Hardee's.
And welcome to historic Lambeau Field, Indianapolis, and Green Bay just seconds away. The Colts at 3-2, the Packers at 3-3. It's balmy, it's 60, but it's breezy, and the gusts could be over 30-mile-an-hour winds today. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms on the scene here. Two big teams at a great site, Lambeau Field. Should be a great one.
Yeah, it is. Two good teams. Peyton Manning last week clicking on all cylinders, see if they can keep it up. And then Aaron Rodgers for the Green Bay Packers, hurt with his shoulder, played really well in Seattle. Is he a little better to fight this Colts defense today?
This game is brought to you in high definition here on CBS. Now the Colts will be kicking. Green Bay won the toss and wants the football. And it's a beautiful kick by Vinatieri that goes through the back of the end zone. That'll bring out Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers with 11 touchdown passes on the season and only 4 interceptions. He's run for another 3 scores. He helped end their 3-game skid last week. Clifton, the left tackle out of Tennessee, where he was hosted on his recruiting trip by Peyton Manning, who's on the other sideline today. And Greg Jennings is the leading receiver in the NFL by yardage. Big play threat. Greg Jennings in his 3rd year out of Western Michigan. So the Packers coming off a victory at Seattle, but they've lost their last 2 home games. Trying to get back on the winning ways at home, and that's Ryan Grant. Sprung for a big 14-yard gain. Let's give him 15 before Antoine Bethea makes the hit.
Well, the Green Bay Packers talking so much about their running game, and Mike McCarthy said to Ryan Grant this past week, you're not picking your knees up enough, you're not running the same way you did last year and breaking those tackles, and what a way to get started, get your confidence rolling.
Said get that knee lift going, as coach told him. You lost your style of running, pick up the knees, and he did it on that first run, plus some great blocking up front. They stay with that right side, and this time it's shut down by Session and Brackett, and Bethea coming up for no gain. An Indianapolis defense that had given up a lot of rush yards before last week, and there is Raheem Brock. He had a sack last week against the Ravens. They held the Ravens only 51 yards on the ground. Their leading tackler on the season is Freddie Keaho, the first Fijian ever to play in the National Football League. And Melvin Bullitt in his 2nd year, stepping in for Bob Sanders, who remains out with a knee injury. He had a pick and a couple of special team gems last week. So a 2nd down and 10. They'll go with the 3-receiver set, but 3rd straight carry coming for Ryan Grant. This time on the left side, and it is in fact Melvin Bullitt who comes up with the first contact after a gain of 4. And let's check out Phil Simms' philosophy.
Well, when Green Bay has the ball, they like to throw it short today because that's what the Colts defense allows you to do. And on the other side, this Colts defense, they pride themselves in tackling runners when they get a chance, and especially pass catchers. Don't give them any extra yards after the catch. If you do that, they're not going to score a lot of points with those short passes.
Rodgers shotgun on 3rd and 6 with the 4-receiver set, and wide open for the first down. It goes to the tight end, Donald Lee, and there is a flag right in the area of the tackle. Aaron Rodgers has been nursing a sore shoulder, but says it's been getting better every week. Ron Winter, our referee today.
After the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 21 defense. 15-yard penalty on a first down.
Well, it can't be 21. That's Bob Sanders, who is inactive today, but let's check it out. It's probably going to be Marlon Jackson right here. In fact, that's who it is. So tack on a big 15, brings the football to the 36.
Well, there's a lot been said about Aaron Rodgers. Of course, he hurt his shoulder a few weeks ago, but I think and you watch him play, especially last week against Seattle, threw the ball very well. Only practices 1 day this week on Thursday.
Ryan Grant met right away by Clint Session and able to fall forward for 1 yard. We're talking about that shoulder, though. And Aaron Rodgers, really, if you look at it, Phil, other than the game down at Tampa where he was picked off 3 times, his numbers on the season have been quite superb and high quarterback ratings most every week except that one.
Well, his talent, along with probably or arguably the best wide receiving core in the NFL, and then Mike McCarthy's just done a good job of managing games for a young quarterback. And it's worked well, and he has played very well.
Play action, looking down the field, looking for his tight end, and he is a victim of the double whammy. Incomplete. Melvin Bullitt, one of those in there.
Anytime you hesitate to throw the football down the field, down the middle of the field against this Indianapolis Colts defense, here's what's going to happen. The secondary, there's always two safeties back against passes, I should say, most of the time. And when you wait, it gives that safety a little bit of a chance to go towards the ball and make big hits, just like you just saw.
Sandwiched by Brackett and Bullitt, so it's incomplete and third down. 3rd and 9. They seal the pocket, now it caves in. Over to Lee. A flag in the secondary as Lee is tackled at the 28. Jennings coming over along with Jackson, but down the field there is a flag. And it's going against Indianapolis, it appears.
Holding. Defense number 23. A 5-yard penalty and a first down.
It's Jennings who made the tackle. Called for holding, first down.
Yeah, you know what happens? Aaron Rodgers, the fact that he got that extra time to throw the football, and he waits and he moves around. When he moves, that's what makes a deep, well, shoot, it's not even what I thought. It's a hold immediately by Jennings. Anytime you're a defensive back or anywhere on the field, you grab a jersey and pull it, that's pretty easy for an official to see.
That's 4 first downs on this opening possession, 2 via penalties. It's back to Grant. And Ryan Grant, the ball has come out and trying to fall on it. Keaho by the sideline, but the Packers somehow recover. That is their fullback, Corey Hall, saving it for Green Bay.
This defense, they always look into the backfield and look at the number of players going after the runner. And Keaho just misses the fumble recovery. What a hit under Ryan Grant. The Colts can get as many defensive players to the football as anybody in the NFL.
Boy, golden chance there by Keaho. It was Brackett who jarred it out, but Green Bay keeps it on 2nd down and 6. Grant with a clean handle this time, about a yard shy of the first. Give him 5. So Ryan Grant coming off a big 33 attempt last week, rushing attempts, getting a lot of the early calls.
Well, he gets all the calls most of the time. You said it, Jim. How many times he carried last week? 33. And I can already see a difference as I watch him play. It's the same all around the NFL. You miss training camp, you don't get practice time, you show the rustiness. He has shown it this year, but he looks fresh today and looks crisp, and he looks faster running the football.
3rd and 1. They'll go inside with John Kuhn, and he plows ahead for the first. Ryan Grant missed most of training camp. First off, he had a holdout situation. Then he got to camp, and on the 3rd or 4th day of camp, a hamstring injury that really knocked him out of the preseason. So he said the last 2 weeks is really the first time that he's really been able to go after it.
Well, look at all the players. Look at Peyton Manning, all the experience and years he's had in the NFL. He even showed a little rustiness himself after missing training camp. Ryan Grant, last year, his first big year, needs training camp always.
And Ryan Grant this time tackled for a loss, as it's Eric Foster, the rookie out of Rutgers, dropping him for a 3-yard setback.
I'll tell you, the Green Bay Packers showing they're going to come out and just try to be physical and get back to playing their style of football. But Foster moving that way. The formation said they're going to run to the defense's left. They slanted their defensive lineman that way, and that's why he was in the backfield to make the tackle.
They've kept it for the first 6 minutes, keeping Peyton on the sideline, and it's 2nd and 13 from the 21. Rodgers wanting to go left, now goes right. And he hits his man, Jordy Nelson, the rookie from Kansas State. Still a little short of the first.
I think one of the things that's caught a lot of people by surprise when they watch Aaron Rodgers play so far this year is the fact that he's so athletic. Of course, he's throwing the football very well, but his movement in the pocket has really been the difference in putting him over the top and playing well.
In the red zone, touchdowns 9 out of 14 trips. They're going wide formation. on 3rd and 5. Can they convert again? Knocked away by Jennings, trying to hit Ruvel Martin. So that'll call on Crosby and the field goal unit.
Probably the #1 play that this Green Bay offense has relied on over the past 15 years is the quick slants inside. Of course, Indianapolis Colts know that. Good job of playing the situation and knocking the pass down.
On that opening drive, they never got a pass targeted for Greg Jennings, their big play man. But they will have a 31-yard field goal attempt by Mason Crosby. And Crosby kicks it through, and Green Bay takes the opening kick down the field for 3. We'll see Peyton Manning and the Colts on offense for the first time next.
So this is the reef. Great. Oh, hey, I'm out of air. Air is an additional $35 upgrade fee. Yeah. Do you want it? Yeah, I want that.
Hidden fees can make a good deal bad. At Southwest Airlines, we don't do hidden fees. Just low fares to your favorite destinations starting at $69. Low fares, no hidden fees.
All trucks talk reputation. All trucks talk strength. They all talk craftsmanship. They all talk tough. All trucks talk quality. Our truck backs it up. Backed by the best coverage in America. And now J.D. Power & Associates' highest ranked large pickup in initial quality. Chevy Silverado. America's best truck.
I'm gonna grab a light beer. You want one?
Nah, beer fills me up.
Hang on. Fills you up? Really? 2 hours of shoving pizza in your pie hole? Fills you up. Face full of dough and an armful of brats. Fill you up. Polish sausage, Italian beef, Swedish meatballs, and the rest of the world tour here fills you up. But I'll tell you what doesn't fill you up. Bud Light. Because it has drinkability. That just right taste that won't fill you up. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Tomorrow, learning to drive geek style.
You don't need airbags.
What does a simulated van rear ends mean?
I'll hit you in the face with a pillow.
A new Big Bang Theory. Then, get ready for a How I Met Your Mother wedding.
I win.
Surprise. There's nothing between us.
Well, maybe there is.
All new episodes, CBS tomorrow.
Now the Packers' 13-play drive, going 67 yards to a Crosby field goal at the end. Ryan Grant covering 25 yards on 7 rush attempts. What a find he was last season after they began the year looking like they were going to go with Brandon Jackson. He was a rookie that last year. Jackson injured, and then it was Deshaun Wynn mid-season. Oh, we get us an onside kick, and it's well short and out of bounds. My goodness. How about that, Phil?
Well, they had it, Jim. The Indianapolis Colts receiving team was not expecting it. Everybody was retreating, going backwards. And if it stays in bounds, it's going to be an easy recovery for the Green Bay Packers. How about it? That's well thought out. Coaches hate to make these decisions unless they think it's 100%. They don't.
Short of 10 yards. It's outside of the 5 minutes of the first half. The ball must be re-kicked after a 5-yard penalty. Kickoff out of bounds. Green Bay, a 5-yard penalty.
It's an interesting little twist, something you seldom see.
It is. And of course, Mike McCarthy doesn't take into account that maybe we'll kick it out of bounds, but he gets very fortunate there.
He does.
And if you didn't understand, if it was inside of 5 minutes, it would be the Indianapolis Colts football right there where the ball went out of bounds.
Instead, the Packers again get the break. They will just be re-kicking. Here's Crosby.
Look at the guys up front. Everybody leaving before the football is kicked.
Tell you, if Will Blackman had been a little bit more of, well, certainly was aware of it, but it just got a little bit away from him. He was the one who was going to have the chance to field that one.
Well, you know that, Jim, and of course, too, I'll tell you the other thing is that when you listen to Ron Winter trying to make the call, the wind is much stronger and more of a factor on the field than I thought it was.
And the Colts will be going with the wind at their backs here in the first quarter. And again, into the wind, another one out of bounds.
45-yard line.
So
and a flag that was just thrown. I don't know what it could be for. Personal foul.
Well, Peyton will have a chance to work with a short field on his first handle of the day. A lot of penalties here in the first 7 minutes. Tony Dungy, who comes back to Lambeau, where he had numerous visits, 7 visits as the head coach at Tampa. One was in the postseason and never won here. 0-7.
Kickoff out of bounds. Green Bay. By rule, the ball belongs to the receiving team at the 45-yard line. After the play was out of bounds, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 40 of the receiving team. 15-yard penalty from the dead 6-yard spot. First down.
This is a second personal foul call against the Colts. That's against Jamie Silva. So they'll end up starting at the 30 as it works out after all of that. And it's onside kick attempt. Another kick out of bounds. All right, we'll see the Colts offense for the first time when we come back.
All trucks give you horsepower. All trucks give you torque. They all give you tow packages and beefy V8s. All trucks give you power. Our truck does it with less gas. The best V8 fuel economy of any full-size pickup. Chevy Silverado, America's best truck. And now, J.D. Power & Associates' highest-rated large pickup in initial quality.
It's all coming down to a kick. A 30-yard field goal attempt to try to win it. Ball down, kick on the way. It is good. It's good. It's good. And that's it.
Live from your pocket, it's the NFL. Get the new NFL Mobile Live free with any data plan. Only from Sprint. Only on the Now Network.
He was the #1 draft pick. He's a slam dunk champion. He has 30% more lung capacity, the reflexes of a puma. And yes, Dwight Howard's got mad skills. But you've got French fries. Monopoly at McDonald's is back and serving up a shot at $100,000 every day. So you have exactly the same chance to win as anyone else. Period.
Hey, I think you're getting in his head a little bit.
It's anybody's game to win.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. Chevy, an American revolution. And by Sprint. Get NFL Mobile Live only from Sprint, only on the Now Network.
The Colts with their first visit to Lambeau since 2000. On their first play back then, the ball slipped out of Peyton's hand, went through the back of the end zone for a safety. This time he's coming out firing. Dallas Clark for about 9 yards. If you're wondering what happened there with Jamie Silva, why he was flagged, here it is.
And Jim, you're going to be able to see it on about the 35-yard line coming across the field. There's the hit. The football is already out of bounds. It's a clip. It's everything wrong with that play by Jamie Silva.
And the second down and 1. Dominique Rhodes, the running back. Here he is with the carry. Met head on for a loss. Brian Pickett with the tackle. Peyton has 2 career games against Green Bay. 8 touchdowns, only 1 pick thrown in those 2 games. 2 rookie guards, including Jamie Richard, rookie from Buffalo. Mike Pollock is the right guard, who was a rookie. And Rhodes stepping in. He carried the bulk of it last week as Joseph Adai injured a hamstring against the Ravens, and Rhodes went over 3 quarters. And Rhodes trying to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. He's got it with ease. And the big stiff arm as he slides down near the Green Bay bench, and another flag. That was Tremont Williams, who Maybe hit him a little too late. 9-yard gain on the run by Rhodes.
You know, as I watch NFL games, I don't know. Maybe these sidelines, they need to do something else with them so players recognize when guys are out of bounds.
After the runner is out of bounds, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 38 defense. 15-yard penalty and a first down.
I mean, do you agree with me, Jim? You see it so much. I understand it's an emotional, physical game, but you got to know it's the sidelines. Well, he's fighting back because he feels like Dominic Rhodes. Look at the hit. How far?
What more can you do?
5 yards.
He's 4 or 5 yards out.
Dominic Rhodes put his hand on his face mask. It made him mad, so he gives him 15 extra yards.
Dumb play cost his team 15 yards. Now it's Manning throwing incomplete. And it was well covered. Dallas Clark with Brandon Chiller defending. Aaron Campman had 2 sacks in the win over Seattle last week. Sack specialist he is. And Nick Barnett hands the middle for the linebacking crew. And Charles Woodson has 4 interceptions already on this young season, 2 of which have been returned for touchdowns. It was Woodson who beat out Peyton Manning back in '97 for the Heisman. Here they are squaring off today. On second down, the run, Rhodes to the 30. Now let's get a little Colts philosophy the way you see it, Phil.
Well, here's what I see when the Colts have the ball. They like their matchup. Dallas Clark against linebackers and wide receivers against backup defensive backs for the Green Bay defense. They want to get up right near the wide receivers and hit them and push them around and get them off balance, so it gives their pass rush that extra 1 second to maybe get to Peyton Manning and rattle him or make him throw some errant passes.
It is 3rd and 4. Manning throws complete. Reggie Wayne has the first.
Really interesting what they're doing. They're putting Reggie Wayne inside where a tight end usually plays, trying to get better matchups. And that time it's Reggie Wayne across the middle with Chiller, a linebacker, trying to run with him. And a good job, but all Peyton Manning needs is just a little window. He had it, made a good throw.
It goes for 15 and a first. Back to Rhodes. And he is swarmed at the 13. Give him 3 yards.
Jim, it's fast-paced by this Colts offense. That's what they want to do. They talked to us last week about the same thing that they said to us last night. We know we're going to get limited possessions. We want to make sure we're very precise. We take advantage of those, and that's why they're always on the attack. Let's get ahead so our defense can really take advantage of their speed.
Touchdowns 8 of the last 9 times in the red zone. Late give, Rhodes. And that was Marvin Harrison holding on to his block for a long time, allowing Rhodes to make it a 1st and goal to go.
Dominic Rhodes, how about this? Spent a year in Oakland, and Peyton Manning on the stretch run or the draw, which the Packers say this is an awful play to try to defend. But Rhodes, back from the Oakland Raiders, just says it's great to be back as part of this Colts offense. Of course, he's hoping to carry it about 25 times today.
Well, he's getting a lot of early carries, including another one here from the 5 and down only to the 4. Yeah, it was not a successful one-year stint in Oakland for Dominique Rhodes. He signed just after he had the big game in the Super Bowl. Had over 100 yards against the Bears, and right back to the line comes Peyton on 2nd and goal. I don't think the Packers were off the field yet, but they handed off to Rhodes for the touchdown. Well, they haven't signaled, they haven't given it to him. Reggie Wayne saying, wait a minute, he's across. And of course, there is the flag too. Manning trying to catch the Packers defense in a substitution change.
Well, anytime you play this Colts offense, you got to know when you substitute that Peyton Manning's always watching your sidelines, and if you're slow getting guys off, he'll hurry up and snap the ball on you.
Defense, 12 men on the field at the snap. That penalty's declined. Play results in a touchdown.
It is a touchdown. Dominique Rhodes.
Look at that. Peyton Manning saw how slow they were in reacting and getting their defense set. He quick snaps the Packer defense, gets the running play in for a touchdown, and in it also, it just protects this Colts offense. If the play doesn't go well, big deal. We'll get the down over.
That was Cole, who did not make it to the sideline in time. but it's Rhodes who punches it across. And now Vinatieri has the extra point. 11 minutes gone and one drive by each team. Packers resulted in a field goal. The Colts get the touchdown with Dominique Rhodes.
Look, I really like you, but you're giving me mixed signals. I saw you in an ad in the paper and you were one price. You were a totally different price online. And now you're telling me that you could be a whole nother price if I buy you in your store?
Is that gonna be a deal breaker?
I have somebody I think you should meet.
Unlike some stores, Circuit City has a one-price promise.
I'm Jennifer.
Which means the low prices you find online are the same prices you find in our stores. Circuit City will hook you up with one low price.
The real estate market is ever-changing and highly localized. Interest rates are low and buyer opportunities have never been better. If you're on the fence, the National Association of Realtors wants you to know that a home isn't just a great place to raise a family. It's also the key to building long-term wealth. Act now to take advantage of a $7,500 first-time homebuyer tax credit before it expires next year. Talk to a realtor in your area for details. To learn more, visit housingmarketfacts.com. Every market's different. Call a realtor today.
Here at our remote test facility, we put the Nissan Altima through over 5,000 extreme tests to help ensure long-lasting quality and durability through whatever the world throws at it. The Nissan Altima, made to drive, built to last. Lease a new 2008 Nissan Altima for $199 a month for 36 months.
This season, Inside the NFL is now on Showtime.
Every week, we take on the whole NFL. Read between the lines.
Every game, every week, every highlight.
Inside the playbook, inside the locker rooms, inside the personality.
Inside the NFL, only on Showtime.
7 of the 10 plays on that touchdown drive by the Colts were rushes by Rhodes. 31 yards on the 7 carries and the touchdown. So again, wind aided. Let's see if Vinatieri drives it through the back of the end zone again. This one about midway there. It's not going to be returned. Aaron Rodgers will come back out. 7-3 Colts, first quarter.
The way the stock market's been acting lately, you may wonder if you've been doing the right thing. Is the advice you've been getting helping or hurting? Are the fees you're paying really worth it? TD Ameritrade's fees are fair and straightforward. Their research is independent and unbiased. Their investment consultants are knowledgeable and there when you need them. So why not talk to one?
Call, click, or visit a TD Ameritrade branch today.
A work of art. A finely tuned machine, a sanctuary, a command center, a sophisticated sedan, a sports car. Together. Introducing the all-new Nissan Maxima, the 4-door sports car. Lease a new 2009 Nissan Maxima for $339 a month for 39 months.
Hello, I'm a Mac. And I'm a PC. Advertising, advertising, advertising. Fix Vista. Advertising, advertising, advertising.
PC?
Fix Vista. Oh, I'm just doing a little budgeting, Mac. You know, with all the Vista problems that have been frustrating PC users, I have to take drastic action.
By investing in advertising?
Yes, advertising, and I'm also putting something toward resolving Vista's problems.
But do you really think that amount of money is going to help fix Vista?
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
We'll just put it all on advertising.
The Unit, tonight on CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by TD Ameritrade, the independent spirit, and by your local authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
The cheeseheads are out, and even a little blue cheese. You can log on now to get the latest scores, stats, and breaking news from around the league. Live game centers, all at cbssports.com. From the 20, Aaron Rodgers under center. looks left side, wants to get Jennings involved, and he does. Picks up a quick 15, a fast 15 with Jackson and Bullitt combining on the tackle.
Yeah, fast is right. It's a quick throw by Aaron Rodgers. We said they want to throw it short, but here's where the Indianapolis Colts defense, what they want to stop is that extra 5, 6, 7 yards they get after the catch.
So they'll operate from the 34. Ruvel Martin in as they take both Driver and Jennings out. And Ryan Grant has an opening right up the middle. Session holding on to him. But a good gainer there for Ryan Grant. 7 yards.
Well, it is, and we're looking at two defenses here today. Both of them really struggle stopping the run game. And when you struggle stopping the run game, how do you get in positions where you can rush the passer and really affect the other opponent's offense? And that's been the problem with Green Bay and Indianapolis so far this year.
Yeah, the Colts, other than what they did last week against the Ravens, and they had the Ravens down early, they have not been able to stop the run. Here's Rodgers lofting it for Jennings, and there's going to be a flag here on Jennings of the Colts. It was Jennings on Jennings, and number 23 is going to be flagged for this one.
Pass interference. Defense number 23 penalizes the spot of the foul and a first down.
Well, here's what happened, Jim. Just because Green Bay's been running the football, now we only have one person deep, and what does that do? It puts single coverage on the outside. And Mike McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers, they all said it. They won't play us close coverage outside one-on-one. Well, when you run it well enough, they will. Good shot there, just the bumping down the field. Good call. Definitely pass interference.
Yeah, Rodgers says, what more could it be? What else could it be? That's a 25-yard penalty. And now from the 34, they stretch it out, and Grant gets bounced around. Bethea on the tackle along with Dawson. Give him 2 yards.
You know, sometimes when you're a defense, you got to go, well, I'd rather just see him run for 5 and 6 yards, and every once in a while we'll stop him, get him in a passing situation. When you start gambling to stop the run, especially against the Green Bay Packers and Greg Jennings and Donald Driver and how they throw it, then you're really asking for trouble giving up big plays down the field.
Two tight end formation for the Packers. 2nd down and 9, we'll call it. And Grant takes it right to the 30. It'll be 3rd and about 6. Ryan Grant traded right before week 1 last year from the Giants to Green Bay, and what a second half of the season he had. 5 100-yard performances plus a 200-yard rushing day against Seattle in the playoffs. And again, last week had a career-high 33 attempts.
Well, he comes over here from the Giants. They had 4 running backs. So he gets here, this offense fitting perfectly. Had a tremendous year last year and also got a new contract before he came to training camp.
On 3rd down, Rodgers flings it. 1st down, Jennings.
Again, buying that extra time. Aaron Rodgers, nobody open down the field initially, but the pass protection, it's good. What they're doing, and good shot there.
Raheem Brock.
Yeah, he takes a shot at the end, but they're doubling. Ball's even tipped by Raheem Brock, but they're doubling Robert Mathis on one side and Dwight Freeney on the other, putting all the pressure on the center and the guards to take care of the other 2 defensive linemen.
Well, it looked like the Colts had jumped, got back, and then College got a little twitchy on the Green Bay side.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 95. Moving into the neutral zone to cause the offense to false start. 5-yard penalty. It remains first down.
And that's now 65 yards, penalty yards called on the Colts here in the first quarter.
Yeah, almost everything they did last week, the discipline, the energy, the speed they played with on defense, seeing none of it so far, really from the whole team. Yes, they did score, but some bad penalties.
You saw Ron Meeks, their defensive coordinator. You saw Dungy Chagrin shaking his head. 1st down and 5, it's Grant. into a pile. And that'll probably be the last play of the first quarter. Interesting, Green Bay's been the worst in the league when it comes to being flagged for penalty yards. They had the most penalty yards, but big part of the first story for the Colts. 65 yards total they've helped the Green Bay cause, but Manning one possession, drove it down for a touchdown, a Dominic Rhodes touchdown. 7-3 after one. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Talk about a wake-up call. I had a heart attack at 57. My doctor told me I should have been doing more for my high cholesterol. What was I thinking? But now I trust my heart to Lipitor.
When diet and exercise are not enough, adding Lipitor may help. Unlike some other cholesterol-lowering medications, Lipitor is FDA approved to reduce the risk of heart attack, stroke, and certain kinds of heart surgeries if you have several common risk factors or heart disease. Lipitor has been extensively studied with over 16 years of research. Lipitor is not for everyone, including people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. You need simple blood tests to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor if you are taking other medications or if you have any muscle pain or weakness. This may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect.
I learned the hard way, but you may be able to do something.
Have a heart-to-heart with your doctor about your risk and about Lipitor.
Seconds before an accident, the M-Class senses the collision and closes windows in preparation. Dual-stage airbags then deploy on impact, while the advanced crumple zone and cabin design absorb and deflect energy around the passengers. Safety innovations we're proud of at Mercedes-Benz, and ones we hope you never get to see. Test drive the newly redesigned M-Class today.
See why critics say the new series 11th Hour
It's been genetically modified.
will keep you guessing until the very last second.
And it's not harmless anymore.
11th Hour, new episode, CBS Thursday after CSI.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
And the NFL on CBS from Lambeau Field. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms starting the second quarter with the Packers threatening. A second down and 3 from the Colts 16. Relying heavily on Ryan Grant. And he's near another first. Dwight Freeney tried to wrap him up. It is a first.
Well, what Mike McCarthy say to us about Ryan Grant? He's got to get back to running hard, picking those knees up, breaking tackles. That's what really spurs an offense along, getting extra yards when the blocking's not there. And so far today, Ryan Grant running with new energy and probably a confidence boost, just hearing some good coaching by the people who are telling him what to do.
Great block by Grant. Pass to the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Oh, Ryan Grant's got to get some credit for this, too. It's Donald Lee with the reception for the score and a Lambeau leap on the way. Grant picked up a surging Colt defender, allowing Rodgers to have a clear lane to Donald Lee for the touchdown.
Well, it's a good pickup by Ryan Grant. They moved the pocket just a little bit, little play action fake, just to slow the pass rush down just enough where Aaron Rodgers puts a perfect throw to Donald Lee. Donald Lee, a very good receiving tight end.
And that's the first touchdown allowed by the Colts defense in 84 minutes of game action. And Crosby makes it 10-7 Packers. Rodgers' 12th touchdown pass of the season. A Lambeau Lee for the touchdown.
Hello, would you like to buy a chocolate dunker? You take the dunker and you dip it in the chocolate.
So chocolatey and rich.
Those, actually, are from Pizza Hut, and I just delivered them. And I'm not French.
Wouldn't mind if I had another one.
Only Pizza Hut has new Hershey's Chocolate Dunkers. Freshly baked and served with chocolate dunking sauce. Now get them with the sweet meal deal. 2 medium pizzas with breadsticks and dunkers, just $19.99. Delivered only by Pizza Hut.
It's my friend's house. I'm allowed to see it. Hey, buddy. Jeff's phone here. Thanks so much for letting us stay at your place. Oh, and that call about the alarm code. We won't be getting it. Boy, Genius here doesn't have AT&T, so he's got 0 bars right now.
Like breaking in the house?
No, I didn't break in anywhere. I'm allowed to be here. We're just gonna head down to county and make some new friends. Awesome.
For the best coverage, switch to AT&T. More bars in more places.
I helped him pick it out.
Get our exclusive LG Shine for only $49.99 and get one free.
Ah, yes, the Geico Gecko in migration. Driven by primal instinct to help people save hundreds of dollars on their car insurance.
Hey, do you see that guy over there? He's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Gotta be kidding me.
Oh. What a clever creature.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Monday, Dave's got Jessica Simpson, a top 10 with Robert De Niro and Al Pacino. Plus,
Don't put him on my desk.
No, he has to. No. Jack Hanna's Animals. Monday.
I gave Ace the idol.
What?
Is this the biggest blunder in Survivor history? Trust me. Plus, 2 of the most extreme challenges ever. New Survivor, CBS Thursday.
And Matt Rogers surrounded by the rookie backups, Matt Flynn and Brian Brum. It was Rogers taking him down the field in 8 plays, 80 yards. Streak of 94 plays without allowing a touchdown by the Colts defense comes to an end. And they'll be starting this next possession. Just their second series of the game will start at the 20. There's Grant picking up Freeney, and Rogers delivering the goods to Donald Lee.
Now, for a limited time only, you can get amazing 0 APR financing on your favorite Toyota. That's 0% financing on 11 different models featuring Toyota's legendary quality. No other car brand can make this offer. So hurry in now and see how much 0 can save you on a new Toyota.
Lots of choices here.
It's confusing.
Look, most major sports are shot on Sony HD cameras.
So if sports are shot on a Sony, shouldn't you watch them on one?
Yes. I don't really like sports.
Chicken, no.
Nothing's better for sports than a Sony Bravia HD TV. High definition. It's in Sony's DNA.
If you're gonna eat $5, shouldn't you get your money's worth? Now, Quiznos has 6 large deli favorite sandwiches for only $5 each. Try the new Primo Meatball today. Toasted, melted, delicious. Mmm, Quiznos.
This Tuesday, the world's most powerful superhero is even more incredible on DVD. Own the 3-disc special edition, available for a limited time only. Includes an all-new alternate opening, The Incredible Hulk. Own the 3-disc special edition for a limited time Tuesday.
Welcome to Crest Cottages. Guests check in, but they never check out.
We only have until tonight to find them.
New Criminal Minds. Then she never complains, even when you're bad.
It's just a doll. We just found our witness.
She's so realistic. Can I touch her?
Adam.
New CSI New York, CBS Wednesday.
Now the Colts break huddle. Here a minute into the second quarter. Drove it the first time they had it, 70 yards for a touchdown. Now possession number 2, down 10-7. Now is Clark, and there is a flag. That was Brandon Chiller on the tackle.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense, number 21. Five-yard penalty. Range first down.
Yeah, pretty nifty Winter aware enough to turn off the mic for he has a brief discussion there with Peyton. Hey, spread the news. Inside the NFL is on Showtime. Phil, spread the news there, pal. That's you Wednesday nights with JB, Warren Sapp, Chris Collinsworth. All the highlights, insights, analysis. Inside the NFL, Showtime. On Showtime Wednesday nights. So that's a first down off the penalty at the 25. Peyton falls down after the handoff. And the Packers stack up the outside edge for a loss of a yard. Johnny Jolly and others.
To the outside, Peyton Manning, not a clean handoff. No, he just falls down. He's just trying to get out of the way. He didn't trip, just making sure he gives the running back enough room where he can see the blocking and make a good decision. But good pursuit, good inside play by the Packers defensive line.
2nd down and 6. Shotgun time, stacked up right and left. 2nd down and 11, I beg your pardon. And Manning, the Rhodes, about 5 yards short of the first.
When you see an offense stack receivers just like the Colts did, what they're doing, they're expecting man-to-man coverage down the field. And when you stack them like that, it just makes it hard for defenders to hit the wide receivers so they can get down the field. Look at this on both sides. Now you just can't get up inside and beat them up and slow them on their pass routes.
The crowd picks up the roar on 3rd and 5. Clark still crawling, never touched. I mean, Woodson, you got to down him. Gains 10.
Yeah, that's a good example that time. Reggie Wayne on the inside. Dallas Clark just cuts right underneath him, and the Colts, they're creating traffic jams. You can call them rubs, picks, whatever you want by creating that traffic jam. That's why Dallas Clark was wide open.
But he might crawl all the way to the end zone before somebody touched him. Picked up an extra 3 or 4 as it's Rhodes on 1st down. And a good solid stick by Biamila. You know, this was an interesting matchup when these teams last tangled in 2004. What a shootout it was down at the Dome in Indianapolis. Peyton had 5 touchdown passes in that game, all of them coming in the first half.
Well, different defense now. As Peyton Manning says, this defense by the Packers, it's fairly simple. They don't do a lot. They just try to be better than you are physically.
And it's going to be against the Colts.
False start. Offense number 44. 5-yard penalty.
That game was late September 2004. Favre had 4 touchdown passes, 3 of them to Javon Walker. Driver on the receiving end of that one. Reggie Wayne, though, had a monster day. Harrison, of course. Brandon Stokely again. And James Monroe. 5 touchdown passes. Colts won at 45-31. 2nd down and 12. And that's Harrison cutting across for his first catch. Blackman brings him down. Goes for about 6 yards. 2 quarterbacks to throw for at least 4 touchdowns in a game with no picks by either one, going all the way back to 1960. It's happened only 3 times, and it happened in the span, if you will, of 1 year. Hasselbeck and Anthony Wright did it, Culpepper and Favre. Favre in 2 of the 3 games, with his matchup against Manning being the other one. Colts need to get to midfield for the first. Manning steps up, goes right, and the ball is caught but short of the first. Marvin Harrison a yard shy. It'll be 4th and 1.
Great disguise by this Green Bay defense. What they did, they were going to run the same play that they ran earlier to Dallas Clark. It looks like it comes wide open, but the Green Bay Packers put an extra defender inside, and Peyton Manning at the last second doesn't throw it, sees the defense that has changed and tries to adjust, but it's not good enough. Of course, he's upset because he wants to go for it on 4th down.
We'll have our first punt of the day. Hunter Smith. Take the snap from Justin Snow, punting into a stiff breeze. And the wind has it. Bounces at the 23 and out of bounds near the 21 with another flag. Got a flag fest going on here at Lambeau. Only a 30-yard boot.
During the kick, illegal block in the back. Number 38 of the receiving team. A 10-yard penalty. First down.
Back up the Packers inside the 20. Manning wanted to go for it on fourth down, but Green Bay will come out near its own 10.
Wherever you plan to stop, Comfort Suites will be there. So come in, spread out, and get some work done. Or not. Right now at Comfort Suites in these Choice Hotels, you can earn up to $250 in free gas only when you book at choicehotels.com or 800-4CHOICE. So get more mileage out of your travel plans with Choice Hotels.
Saved by Zero.
Now, for a limited time only, you can get amazing 0 APR financing on your favorite Toyota. That's 0% financing on 11 different models featuring Toyota's legendary quality. No other car brand can make this offer. So hurry in now and see how much 0 can save you on a new Toyota.
Make a dash to the big taste of Papa John's XL Explorer Pizza. An extra large with any 3 toppings, $13.99. Call or click papajohns.com. Plus, get a $3 coupon for Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull DVD.
They're here.
No, they're not here. We forgot to switch to DirecTV, so we're stuck watching cable.
Get 3 times more HD channels than cable.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Choice Hotels. With over 5,600 locations, there's bound to be one near you. Book now at choicesportstravel.com. In high definition by Sony. High definition, it's in Sony's DNA. And by Lexus and their pursuit of perfection.
Yeah, the Packers opened this season with 2 wins. Rodgers looked good, and then they had a night game here against the Cowboys, which deflated their confidence. They would in fact lose 3 in a row down at Tampa, and then a home loss to Atlanta, which was a bit of a shocker, before winning last week at Seattle. They opened this day tied for the lead at 3-3 in the NFC North. The Bears have already won today over Minnesota. Play action, and Rodgers down the middle, and that's a diving driver. Great grab by Donald Driver, the 10-year man out of Alcorn State, goes for 24.
You know, it's a great grab. It's well designed. He goes right down the middle of the field. You're Aaron Rodgers. He doesn't see any defenders. He anticipates. He throws the football with the perfect touch, not too hard, where he lets Donald Driver catch it, protect himself, and what a big first down coming out from your own end zone.
That's the longest play of the day so far. And his streak now over 101 games with at least a catch for Donald Driver. Back to Grant. Right side. And scoots for about 3. Keaho on the tackle.
You know, you look at his Green Bay offense, Jim, and you got to go back to Aaron Rodgers. He was the focus all offseason, but he has answered every question you want to ask about a quarterback. And Mike McCarthy talked about him. He says he does not get enough credit for how good he is physically. And he goes, if you put him up there next to Brett Favre, they measure equal in just about every category that you could talk about. And I know that's saying a lot, but I got to tell you, I agree. Physically, he has been very impressive so far this year.
And 2nd down and 7. Able to get that away, even though he was falling down. Got hit low on the leg and bounced out. His driver bounced out by Marlon Jackson.
Well, you know, he sit around and watch Brett Favre throw him off balance, falling everywhere and jumping up in the air as and you learn. And it's, to me, little things like this is what he's improved on so dramatically from college. And what did he say to us? Now I just do what's natural. I throw the football more natural. I'm not as structured as he was when he was at Cal. And I think that's one of the big reasons why he's become a much better quarterback.
3rd and 4, Freeney ready to pounce. Push to the outside, Rogers rolling out. And is this going to be enough for the first? No, Bethea prevents Driver from picking up the first.
Well, Antoine Bethea all over Donald Driver. Initially, he has him well covered. Aaron Rodgers buys extra time, and he still was all over him. And what a perfect throw by Aaron Rodgers to give his receiver a chance.
Now it looks like they're going to go for it, and I'm sure the Colts assistants up in the booth.
Good decision. You're winning the battles up front so far, so why not try to keep that going?
I'm sure they looked at that catch very closely. Maybe we have a challenge. Then we have a timeout by the Colts. They may want to look at the Driver catch again. Timeout Indianapolis.
Hey, Mr. Sunlight,
gonna outshine your bright.
It's just the beginning of a happy go fun day.
Happy go fun day. I'm feeling kinda Sunday.
Sunday.
Feeling kinda Sunday.
Sunday. Feeling kinda Sunday. I'm so there.
When you're there, State Farm's there for the best day of the week.
Saved by Zero.
Now, for limited time only, you can get amazing 0 APR financing on your favorite Toyota. That's 0% financing on 11 different models featuring Toyota's legendary quality. No other car brand can make this offer. So hurry in now and see how much 0 can save you on a new Toyota.
No.
You can't have them all.
Yes, I can.
It's not
What
fair.
is going on?
Mark's hogging all the new minutes.
We have a ton of rollover minutes. Use them.
Yeah, but his are new.
You know, not everyone gets to keep their unused minutes.
Can't believe he gets all the new minutes.
Is this new or old?
I can't
What?
tell.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't hear you. What?
Only AT&T's Family Talk with Rollover saves your family's unused minutes. It's the best value around. And now add a line for just $9.99. Get our exclusive LG Shine for only $49.99 and get one free.
At the Buffalo Bills United Way Day of Action, I got to work out with Dante Whitner. Touchdown! Dante says good nutrition and exercise makes every kid a champion.
I'm Dante Whitner. Helping kids stay active and healthy is how I live united. Want to help? Find out how at liveunited.org.
Well, we're back, and no challenge flag has been issued.
No, there hadn't. You know, Jim, but look at this 4th down. The Colts called timeout. They weren't ready for it. Mike McCarthy says we need to score a lot of points. He wants to keep momentum on his side.
So 4th and a yard. From their own 44, Ryan Grant easily gets past the first down yardage and collects 7. John Kuhn on a big block. Grant has 52 yards here in the first half.
Look at the initial surge. Everybody on the Colts is at the line of scrimmage or going back. Look how many defenders are down the field chasing him. And as soon as the ball was snapped, no matter where Ryan Grant was going to run it, you could tell he was going to pick up the first down.
Now from Indianapolis territory. Grant, workhorse again for the 2nd straight week. Another fast 4.
This Green Bay offense, they are firing out. Watch the hit on Ryan Grant. Look at the blocking. Boy, Ryan Grant's running into everybody. He's taken the words of his coach, his running back coach, Edgar Bennett, who was a tremendous runner up here in Green Bay, and Mike McCarthy, and he is bringing the mail.
I tell you, Corey Hall was Velcro to Freddie Keaho.
Illegal formation.
2nd down and 6. Rodgers on the pocket. Connects with Brandon Jackson for another Packer first down at the Colts 36.
The Colts defense has no answers so far. First off, Green Bay lined up in illegal formation and got away with it. But the play action fake, no pass rush. Nobody open down the field. Look, here's the tight end. Wide receiver covers him on the line of scrimmage. That is illegal. Sometimes they call it, and other times they go, well, it's a little gray. To me, it wasn't gray. I saw it from 100 yards away.
Goes for 9 yards. First down at the 36. And Grant weaves down to about the 33, another 3 yards. Don't miss Thursday's #1 new show. It's called 11th Hour. And it comes from executive producer Jerry Bruckheimer. It's Thursday on CBS after CSI. Well, look at the Packers here, Phil. They had it on their first drive all the way inside the 15, settled for a field goal, drove it for a touchdown their second possession, and now the third time they've had it, moving again.
Yeah, look at the time of possession, keeping Peyton Manning on the bench. But, you know, so many issues come into play there. You tire the defense out. Peyton Manning's on the bench. Their offense loses rhythm. The Colts switching up, trying to stop the run, even when they crowd the line of scrimmage, not getting it done.
Setting up a screen to Brandon Jackson. What a collision. Clint Session. There is a flag down in the secondary, however. Had lost a yard.
You know, it's funny talking about this Colts defense, Jim. Get the call first.
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number 23. 5-yard penalty. And a first down.
That's the second call against Jennings in this game.
Yeah, it is, and these are mistakes. When you're trying to be aggressive, watch Jennings' left hand, puts it up by the face mask. Woo, man, I tell you. That was quick. But when you got a fast defense, you're fooled by the screen. Look how fast the linebackers react to it. Offensive linemen cannot even get the blocks because that time Session running so fast, runs right by the blocker.
7 flags against the Colts for 75 yards. That was close to being within the 5-yard limit. Now Grant trying to get to the edge, but won't have a chance to do so. It's Gary Brackett for no gain.
Yeah, but you can never put your hands to the face
True.
regardless if it's inside of 5. But, you know, what did I say to Tony Dungy last night about his defense? I said, boy, I watched you in person. I saw him in practice last week, and I said, you know, it's the smallest I've ever seen. And he goes, I believe you're right. And it is. Of course, you talked about it last week, Jim. They are
the shortest.
And the lightest.
And the lightest. And the third youngest roster in the league. The youngest for the third straight year. Youngest team in the league, Green Bay. 3 consecutive years. Rodgers to Rubel Martin, who is pancaked at the 12 by Brackett and holds on. With a little shake and bake after 17.
Well, so many good things here for the Green Bay Packers. Protection, an accurate throw. Look to the outside, in between the defenders. Gary Brackett really kind of playing center field like a safety. Yes, it's a big hit. Everybody gets excited. But you know what? Another Green Bay first down.
First down at the 11. 10 completions for Rodgers to 6 different players.
How sharp would Aaron Rodgers be if he practiced all week?
They did practice this week on Thursday for the first time in quite some time, and Grant is going to go in untouched. Not until he got to the goal line did anybody even close in on him. Ryan Grant's first rushing touchdown of the season at long last. He had the most rushing attempts of any player in the league without finding the end zone until now.
Well, as I watch this game so far, it just reminds you of last year when you watch the Green Bay Packers. Efficient passing game, receivers catching and running, and then when Ryan Grant gets it, big holes, picking those knees up and getting a lot of yards.
Jason Spitz helped clear the way. One player had a little low shot at him, but pretty easy cruising for Ryan Grant to the end zone. And the Packers now increase their lead to 17-7.
Now, for limited time only, you can get amazing 0 APR financing on your favorite Toyota. That's 0% financing on 11 different models featuring Toyota's legendary quality. No other car brand can make this offer. So hurry in now and see how much 0 can save you on a new Toyota.
When it seems your life is totaled, what burger can bring you bliss? Oops,
Mushrooms wrapped in melted cheese and a gentle Angus kiss. 'Tis the sweetest thing from Burger King. New steakhouse, shroom and Swiss.
Tell me what you know of James Bond.
Got your attention.
6 Bond Mission for the first time on Blu-ray High Def this Tuesday.
The fiercest warriors on the planet hold the key to this amazing race. New episode CBS tonight after 60 minutes.
You Riley Adams?
Yeah, that's me.
There's new blood in Vegas.
You do paint dead people. I paint people who look dead.
You drop dead without dropping.
Lividity suggests you died in this position.
This was a perfectly healthy young woman.
That's pretty weird.
Even for Vegas. All new CSI, CBS Thursday.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by State Farm, proud sponsor of the NFL and the best day of the week. And by Burger King, who remind you to have it your way.
That was an 89-yard drive with Ryan Grant scoring the touchdown, and the big play really coming on that 4th and 1 pickup by Grant on the Green Bay side of the field. Already the Packers with 3 possessions, 16 first downs, and 17 points. And unreturnable. We'll bring it out to the 20. Tuesday on CBS, Simon Baker is starring in TV's #1 new show. #1 new show of the season. It is The Mentalist. And it's Tuesdays after NCIS on CBS. So you take a look at the player stats so far. I mean, it feels like Manning's barely been on the field. Rodgers 108 yards and a touchdown toss to Donald Lee. Grant with 70 yards and a touchdown. Rhodes has the Colts score.
I'll tell you what, this is the Colts offense likes to put pressure on the other team. Right now, the pressure's on their offense to keep their defense off the field.
Late give, Rhodes, maybe a yard. Cole and Pickett clog up the line. Peyton's going no huddle.
Yeah, trying to change, get some momentum, get the energy on his side.
That's Gonzalez with his first grab, but just a short one.
Coverage pretty good down the field so far by this defensive backs of the Green Bay Packers. They are up and challenging these Colt receivers.
Tramon Williams decked Gonzalez after the grab. 3rd down already. Manning's pass incomplete. It was tipped. Looked like Pickett got a hand on it. Boy, that was short work for the Indianapolis offense.
Yeah, it was. Even if he completes his pass, it's not going to go for a first down. This Green Bay defense knocked down. Good job inside by Pickett. But look at the defenders going to the football.
Hunter Smith to boot it away to Will Blackman. So now plenty of time for the Packers to create something for halftime. They have all their timeouts as well. And a low screamer into the wind. Blackman has some space to start, but it closes in on him in a hurry. And the ball will be settled at the 35 after a 45-yard punt. Wheeler on the tackle.
Ladies and gentlemen, flight 152 is now boarding to Honolulu.
Check, check, check. Business class.
Board it, man.
Safety check.
This in here, and we're out of here.
All right, let's get the show on the road, boys.
Buckle up, dudes. Close it up.
I'm tracking the luggage guys on screen.
Loading.
Lights. Stage.
Roger, you were cleared for takeoff.
Let's rock.
Get work done now. Communicate in less than a second with rugged Nextel Direct Connect phones. Only on the Now Network.
Look, I really like you, but you're giving me mixed signals. I saw you in an ad in the paper and you were one price. You were a totally different price online. And now you're telling me that you could be a whole nother price if I buy you in your store?
Is that gonna be a deal breaker?
I have somebody I think you should meet.
Unlike some stores, Circuit City has a one-price promise.
I'm Jennifer.
Which means the low prices you find online are the same prices you find in our stores. Circuit City will hook you up with one low price.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Senator Obama, I am not President Bush.
True, but you did vote with Bush 90% of the time. Tax breaks for big corporations and the wealthy, but almost nothing for the middle class. Same as Bush. Keep spending $10 billion a month in Iraq while our own economy struggles. Same as Bush. You may not be George Bush, but
I voted with the president over 90% of the time, higher than a lot of my even Republican colleagues.
Canon, official camera of the NFL, presents your choice for the Canon NFL photo of Week 6. Deltha O'Neal broke up a pass in San Diego, and Patrick Creighton was upended in Arizona. But the winning photo of Week 6 was Reggie Wayne's attempt at a diving catch against the Ravens.
That would have been a miraculous catch if he makes that one down at the goal line.
Go to NFL.com/photos to vote for the next Canon NFL photo of the week. Canon, official camera of the NFL.
They'll go anywhere.
Where do you want me to fight?
Night-night. Do anything.
You want me to turn your cocaine into paint?
But no one could have expected this.
Lizzie was caught out in school today.
They think she might be homicidal. I wish everybody in this school would just...
What?
The Unit. New episode CBS tonight.
Jim Nantz, Phil Simms back here in Green Bay. Packers have another chance here before the half. This does not look like the same Colts team we saw a week ago blow out Baltimore.
Well, they're playing a different offense. There's no doubt about it. The Green Bay Packers running with power. Their offensive line is playing extremely well. And Aaron Rodgers, as sharp as he's been all season long.
A-Raj. They may know him around here.
A-Raj. Okay.
A-Raj.
Who do you think you are giving out nicknames?
I don't know. Maybe he's earning it so far. 2-1 time of possession. And almost 2-1 plays as they go with Grant. And nothing doing this time. We're going back to the studio, of course, at halftime for the Sprint halftime report with JB, Dan, Shannon, and Bomer, and Coach Cowher with all the latest scores and highlights. A little update on the Jets and the Raiders, Cleveland and Washington, and all the early action. Coming up, Sprint halftime report. Second down, Freeney coming in after Rodgers, dumps it instead over to Grant and steps out. Third down coming up, third and about 6.
Well, you know, you look at this and you go, well, if Green Bay's not careful, they'll give it back to the Indianapolis Colts offense.
Yeah, and the Colts on their side still have 2 timeouts, but going into a fierce win would the Colts be if they got the ball back? All 3 touchdowns in this game have been scored going in this direction, wind at their backs. Flags everywhere, and Freeney giving chase. Still gets the completion, does Rodgers to Jordy Nelson.
What a throw. Good heads-up play by Aaron Rodgers. Really throws the ball on the run. Is
offside. Defense number 75 in the neutral zone for snap. Penalties declined. The play results in a first down.
Goes for 11.
Yeah, and you know, I was saying Aaron Rodgers, the one thing I've seen this year from him, throwing on the run very well. He's loose, he's limber, he's got long arms, big hands, and it's like Mike McCarthy says, he has all the physical characteristics of a quarterback who can play well in Green Bay even when the weather's bad.
He has completed his last 10 throws. Launching again, that makes it 11 straight, and somersaulting down as Brandon Jackson at the Colts 45. And a timeout called by Green Bay. Back to the Colts end of the field they go.
It's time someone gave homeowners the tools to do more with less. It's time guaranteed low prices got even lower. At the Home Depot, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items throughout the store. From tools to ceiling fans, light bulbs to Behr and Glidden paint, everyday items to special projects and more. Some of our biggest reductions ever to help protect your biggest investment. At the Home Depot, you can do it, we can help.
And there's Mason Crosby, and the Sprint halftime report again is coming up shortly. Back to New York, JB will run you through all the scores and highlights. Crosby's kicked 50-yard field goals each of the last 2 weeks. We say put him at the 35. Probably didn't need to go that far with this significant win he would have to his advantage. But 2nd down and 4. They have bigger plans than that. Green Bay stepping up. It's Rodgers, and he slides for the first down.
Yeah, good job by Aaron Rodgers. Everybody to the outside of the field trying to stop the passing game of the Green Bay Packers, so there was nobody in the middle once the pass rush came up the field. Good job, Aaron Rodgers recognizing it.
Leave the middle open for Brandon Jackson. And now they take their 2nd timeout. They've moved it down to the Colts 30-yard line with 42 seconds to go in the quarter.
Damn, I can explain.
You bought a playoff tickets for an anniversary gift.
If love is a game, you're a loser, so take cover with
Shroom
and Swiss. Watch out for that big TV set.
It looks like you're already missed. Ha, ha, ha.
Mushrooms wrapped in melted cheese and a gentle Angus kiss. The sweetest thing from Burger King.
New steakhouse.
Shroom and
Swiss.
Well, that body language says it all, doesn't it? Peyton knowing he's going to have to bring this team back like he's done twice already on the road this season at Minnesota and at Houston.
Everything Green Bay is trying is working.
Rodgers dumps it again for a 13th straight completion, but the Colts will be happy with that. This goes for 7. Brandon Jackson. Rodgers is 11 for 11 in this quarter with the wind, and that spike will end the completion streak.
Well, you know, Jim, think back to when we were with the Green Bay Packers, and you heard Mike McCarthy just talk about this game and the, what's the word, the confidence he had in his wide receivers that if they protected Aaron Rodgers, guys would be open down the field. And when they've tried to cover him, they've uncovered themselves, and Aaron Rodgers making good throws. Now they're dropping back, putting extra guys on the wide receivers. Nobody's covering the running back underneath.
2nd down and 10, but 24 seconds. Just think how huge it would be to get one more score on the Colts here before the half. Particularly if it was for a touchdown, as Rodgers finds a crossing driver. And they're going to have to hurry up here.
Yeah, no, they're going to go for the field goal. The Colts defense, they're going to let them kick the field goal. They had everybody back just to stop a throw for a touchdown.
Called the timeout with 8 seconds to go. They'll bring out Crosby.
Hi, welcome to Progressive.com. How can I help you? Well, I haven't shopped for car insurance in a while. And you're worried that you've been paying too much, right? Yeah. So how can I know I'm getting a good deal? We can compare your Progressive Direct rate with other top companies. Wow. Seriously? Yeah. Look at the deal we just got him. That's a new pair of shoes. Yeah, or a big tricked out name tag.
Making sure you get a great deal. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
Yeah, they add another second to the clock. 9 seconds to go before the intermission, and Crosby's already made one chippy today. This one a little bit longer, 36 yards. He's 10 of 12 on the season. Frost on the hold. Good to snap it back. Crosby's kick, look out. No good. Whoa, says McCarthy. He already had those 3 points chalked up inside. In his mind anyway.
Yeah, I think they're shocked. It's not even close. Just comes over the top of it and just kicks it way left.
They had almost a perfect half up until this point.
You know, you're right, Jim. Almost a perfect half. It's Mike McCarthy's reaction. Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, he said it's good because he was watching the flight of the ball. It was end over end. It looked like a good kick. And then when he's told it's no good, that's disappointing.
It'll still be a 10-point Green Bay lead at halftime. 17-7 Packers, the first half score. We'll be back with the Sprint halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching The NFL on CBS. Well, the Packers trying to end a 2-game home losing streak with a 10-point lead going to the third quarter. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms here at Lambeau Field. And so far, Peyton Manning and the Colts have just not been on the field very long. 40 plays run by the Packers, only 20 by the Colts.
Yeah, this game so far, it's about the Colts offense. The design of their plays, the physical part of what they're doing, Jim. They've just come out and they beat up the Indianapolis Colts in the first half.
All right, let's take a look at the halftime stats here, Phil, and you'll see rushing yards with Ryan Grant over 70 on the game.
Well, I think that the stats tell it all this time. Total yards says it all. They're doing well. The Colts are not on the field. Time of possession, which can lie so much, it doesn't in this game because they are controlling the tempo, and just the number of plays is extraordinary.
And by the way, for the quarterbacks in that first half, Manning throwing for 56 yards, 7 out of 9. But look at Rodgers, 16 out of 19, 147. And again, this game is brought to you in high definition here on CBS. Now, the Colts get the ball to start the second half with the wind. And all 3 touchdowns again in this game were scored going in the direction we'll see the Colts in this quarter. So they got to make up ground, you'd think, in a hurry.
Well, interesting decision. We talked about it, Jim. The Packers said, we'll take the wind in the fourth quarter in case we need a field goal. Have it behind me.
All right, here comes the run out. Garcon steps out near the 25. Well, the game began with the Packers receiving it and driving it down to a Crosby 31-yard field goal. And then on their first possession, Indianapolis drove 70 yards. Rhodes, the final 3. Donald Lee on the receiving end of a Rodgers touchdown toss. Ryan Grant's first rushing touchdown of the season. But again, they missed a field goal right before the intermission, did Green Bay, from 36 yards. But it's a 17-7 lead. Already with 2 double-digit comebacks on the road, Manning and Indianapolis begin the second half from the 25 with play action, and the pass incomplete.
Boy, a staple of the Colts offense is the outside receiver coming underneath the inside receiver and going across the field. And the Green Bay Packers, they've just decided, well, Williams on Gonzalez, they've just decided we are not going to give that one up today, and they are all over the receivers when they go across the field.
The second down and 10. And the give to Rhodes with a big gap. Gains about 7. Runs into Nick Barnett.
You know, that's one thing I think the Colts are going to have to, they're not winning the battles with their wide receivers and Dallas Clark like they thought they would, and I thought they probably would too. So the running game really becomes important just to keep this Green Bay defense off balance.
A 3rd and 3 for the Colts. They had a short 3 and out the last time they had it.
3 receivers bunched so they can't get bumped at the line of scrimmage, give them a chance to get down the field.
But looking left and lofting it to Rhodes for the first down. Tramon Williams decks him at the 48, but the Colts will move the chains.
Looked like a play that was changed at the line of scrimmage. Hard to say when, because Peyton Manning is always calling out so many signals, but quickly out of the backfield, look at everybody converge on Anthony Gonzalez. That's why Rhodes was wide open down the field.
Put Wayne in a slot to the right. And going down the sideline. That one for a touchdown last week to Harrison. Pressure provided by Aaron Campman on Peyton Manning.
Well, we talked so much, Jim, last week about Marvin Harrison. He looked fresh. He looked fast and quick. Boy, big hit, Campman on Peyton Manning. But they have challenged him so far today. And when he's run, I have not seen any Colt receiver really just separate from a defensive back. Charles Woodson being extremely aggressive against Reggie Wayne as the inside receiver.
Second down and 10. Colts haven't crossed midfield since the first quarter until now. Rhodes shakes off one hit and runs behind Reggie Wayne for 9. Wayne put a good stick on Charles Woodson. Be 3rd and 1 for the Colts, who no huddle it here.
Yeah, what you talked about, putting the stick on Charles Woodson, that was what really let the play get that 5 extra yards. Blocking by a wide receiver down the field, always a big key in a successful run game.
One wide out. It's Harrison to the left. Tremont Williams defending him. They got Darrell Reed lined up as a fullback. He'll provide the block, but a flag first, nullifying the play. They're running behind Darrell Reed with Rhodes.
False start. Offense, number 95.
And that's Reed, who's usually a defensive lineman.
Repeat 3rd down.
And he comes in that short yardage situation and a costly error.
A lot of mistakes, little mistakes. Yes, you're on the road, it's crowd noise. But watch 95, the fullback. Yep, he raised just a little bit, little flinch.
Drops him back to the 48 and 3rd and 6.
Trying to anticipate who he was going to block.
Through the hands of Wayne and intercepted. Here comes Green Bay. It's Collins cutting back and now founds open alley for the touchdown. Nick Collins off the deflection to Reggie Wayne, returns it for a touchdown.
The Colts had the perfect play on. Going across the field, he comes out. It fools Charles Woodson, but Peyton Manning taking something off the throw. It's a little high and batted up in the air, and what a run back by Nick Collins.
A 62-yard return. And Crosby tacks on one more. Off the fingertips of Wayne, Nick Collins increases the lead to 17.
At Southwest Airlines, we don't charge fees on the first check bag or the second. At Southwest Airlines, we don't charge fees on window or aisle seats. At Southwest Airlines, we don't charge fees on curbside check-in. And at Southwest Airlines, we don't charge fees on phone reservations. At Southwest Airlines, we don't believe in charging for things that should be free. So book now at southwest.com. Low fares, no hidden fees.
He was the #1 draft pick. He's a slam dunk champion. He has 30% more lung capacity, the reflexes of a puma. And yes, Dwight Howard's got mad skills. But you've got French fries. Monopoly at McDonald's is back and serving up a shot at $100,000 every day. So you have exactly the same chance to win as anyone else. Period.
Hey, I think you're getting in his head a little bit.
It's anybody's game to win.
Going straight!
Get around him, get around him.
Stop. Slow down, slow!
We set out to do a story on Spain's hottest bullfighter, but we didn't expect to see his greatest fears come true in front of our cameras. 60 Minutes tonight.
This telecast is copyrighted by the NFL for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or of any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the NFL's consent is prohibited.
Well, Nick Collins in his 4th year from Boston College got to experience the Lambeau Leap for the first time. He had an interception return for a touchdown in 2006, but it was on the road at Chicago. And how about this defense this year coming up with 5 scores, 4 on interception returns. Garcon weaving to the outside and out to the 32. Collins from, actually it was from Bethune-Cookman. And Collins in this secondary, you think he's got 2. Woodson has 2 run backs for touchdowns.
Well, they live and die with their pass coverage sometimes on the defensive side. They challenged wide receivers to try to beat them, and most non-offensive touchdowns. Look at that. The Chicago Bears with their pressure defense over the years and their pass rushers, and the Packers 16 and 5 this year. That's a lot for one whole season, much less just to start.
Fake the end around to Wayne, set it up for Rhodes. And staying right there, manning that side was Nick Barnett, restricting that to just a 5-yard gain.
You know, so many things here. Can the Colts, can they keep it rolling? They had a good play the last time on. Peyton Manning just trying to be careful with the football, making sure it's not going to get tipped. Throws it high, it's intercepted. Can they keep it going on offense? But can Green Bay's defense, with the big lead, can they play like the game is tied?
1 catch in the game so far by Wayne, 2 by Harrison. 2 short ones by Harrison. Run play Rhodes. And twisted about 2 yards shy of the first. Call it 3rd and a long yard. And what will Tom Moore send in?
Well, as Tom Moore would say, it's I got no new plays, nothing special. We're just going to work on what we do, and what they do usually works very well. So no need to panic, Jim. You know, the score, still plenty of time.
They were down 17 at Houston, as we all know, with less than 5 minutes to go in the game. Down 15 at Minnesota in the second half. Both resulting in miracle comeback wins by the Colts. 3rd and short, Rhodes leans for the first. Particularly that Houston game. Campbell brings down Rhodes, but Dominique picks up the first. You know, this is more like, again, what the Colts experienced the first 4 weeks of the season, when they could have been realistically 0-4, but they could also build you an argument. They were a few plays away from 3-1 or 4-0. Last week it all came together against the Ravens early and often. Not today. Manning down the field. Clark has it at the 30, and he's walloped at the 28.
There you go. There was Dallas Clark on a linebacker, and that's what Chiller is trying to cover him down the field. All the play action fake. When you play the Colts, always play pass, see the run, then come up. They get their big plays so many times on play action fake. That time it really fooled Brandon Chiller.
That was the longest play of the day for the Colts. It went for 29. Return to the run game, and knocked down in a hurry by Barnett as Rhodes.
The one thing we saw in that last play, Jim, was Dallas Clark against the linebacker. And we talked to the Colts last night, and Peyton Manning liked that matchup. His tight end against linebackers. The coaching staff, on the other hand, was like, I don't know, our wide receivers against all those defensive backs. Well, so far today, the wide receivers have not gotten it done. I like the matchup with Dallas Clark against the linebacker.
Peyton going down the field, ball tipped. Almost picked by Collins. They were going for Harrison.
Typical Indianapolis Colts. Green Bay, good job. They throw to Dallas Clark down the middle. This time they got Reggie Wayne going down there, and they figure, okay, they saw it, let's throw it down inside. This time we'll throw it outside, and that is a touchdown saving tip.
No question, an inch away from 6. Got to think with these wind conditions, still brisk, downwind right now, if you will, for the Colts. They need a couple of scores in this quarter. The ball deflected here on 3rd down, tipped by Colin Cole.
Well, the fact that they're downwind, Jim, good job by Cole watching the quarterback. The coverage down the field is very tight, too. It's always exciting to knock it down, especially against Peyton Manning. But since they're downwind, they won't go for it on 4th down. You go ahead and try to kick the field goal to get within 2 scores.
Vinatieri has never kicked at Lambeau Field in the regular season. This will be from 45 yards. And this kick, someone got a hand on it. Colts come away empty. Johnny Jolly got a hand on it.
That's awesome. Very attractive. I love it. Woo! Lots of room back there in the back. Yeah, it's got all kinds of room in it, man.
We drove it down a huge mountain.
It's still as smooth as can be. Loads of power. Hemi, top of the line.
Can't even feel the trailer back there.
Go, 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 go!
Hey man, what kind of light beer do you want?
Whatever, they all taste the same.
Hold on. They all taste the same. Does bath water taste the same as spring water? Does a carrot stick taste the same as a stick? Stick. Does ground beef taste the same as beef on the ground? Bottom line, there is a difference. And Bud Light has it. It's called drinkability. That just right taste. Not too heavy, not too light. Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Everyone, today we move forward. Because today, I give you push to talk. Boss, we already have push to talk.
These came with holsters.
Yeah, well, we switched to Verizon Wireless. And this comes with this. Whoa. That's better than a holster.
Upgrade today to the only push-to-talk that comes with a network. Activate push-to-talk on 5 or more business lines to get this great deal. Verizon Wireless.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. CareerBuilder.com. Start building. And by the all-new Dodge Ram. Never back down from a challenge.
Yeah, this young man is indeed all fired up. Yeah, he's on the cover of the ticket. He's on the ticket. There he is. And look, how does it get any better than that?
It's big stuff.
The young man, he's already on the Packer ticket. Rodgers, wide open as Jennings. And a nice gain on first down. Give him about 13. The polls have opened, and you can go to NFL.com/Pro Bowl and start the voting for your favorite players for the 2009 NFL Pro Bowl in Hawaii. You vote, they play. It's going to go on for a while, but jump on in exclusively at NFL.com/Pro Bowl.
You know, I was watching Aaron Rodgers after that last throw. He was really making some faces on the field like it hurt his arm. Maybe he wasn't warmed up well enough coming out after halftime.
Slant driver. Ball's out. And we've got an update. We're going to send it back to New York to James Brown.
Jim and Phil, there is finally a score in the Browns-Redskins game. The Redskins capping a 6-play, 62-yard drive with that 3-yard run by Clinton Portis. Portis, 19 carries, 100 yards. And again, the first score of the game, 7-0 Skins. Halfway through the third, back to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms.
Cleveland coming off that big Monday night performance, but shut out so far. That was a scoreless game at halftime. Redskins are in now, and here comes Ryan Grant galloping for about 2. And meanwhile, there's another game out west. James Brown, give us the update.
All right, Jim and Phil, and what we find here, finally the Raiders scoring a touchdown after it seems like a zillion snaps. Jamarcus Russell on the run, drilling that one to Javon Walker, an 8-yard strike. And Oakland on top of the Jets, 10-3 late in the third. Back to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms.
James kind of sounded like a Raider fan, didn't he? Finally!
Yeah, finally. Where's that been?
He'd look good out there with all those Raider fans in the middle of all that, wouldn't he?
Third down and 7. We did the show one time from right out there in the middle of the stands. That was what an excitement that was. Here's the pass, short of the first. There's Brandon Jackson. So they'll have to punt.
You know, Jim, I was talking about just watching Aaron Rodgers a couple times on some of those short throws, and look at him grabbing his right arm. That tells you there's some pain, you know, whatever. I find it amazing he hurt that right shoulder, and he's playing these last couple of games basically with no practice. He threw the ball 40 to 50 times on Thursday, and really has performed tremendously well.
A flag before the punt by Derek Frost. Yeah, Rodgers had that Thursday practice. He really wanted to stay warm today. Oh, it's going to be a penalty against the Colts. We'll give him a first down.
Delay of game. Defense, number 23, committing an action not related to football in an attempt to get the offense to move. A 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
What Ron Winter's saying, he's simulating a step count. He's moving around, making gestures, trying to get the offense to move. And why would you do that? What is there to gain in a situation like that?
You know, that's the third penalty today for Tim Jennings. He's having a really tough go of it. And the Colts with a season high 85 yards. But more importantly, this one surrenders the first down after they were about to get the football back. Ryan Grant takes it inside the 40. You're talking about Aaron Rodgers. What an interesting journey for Rodgers. At a high school, Northern California kid, no Division I offer out of high school. He wanted to go to Florida State, even sent a tape down to Bobby Bowden. No offer, went to a summer camp at Illinois where Ron Turner was the coach, got no interest.
No offer there either, you're right, Jim. Finally got an offer from Cal, went there and wasn't even the starting quarterback when he showed up, so fought through a little adversity, that's for sure.
Yeah, had to spend a year actually before Cal. He was at Butte Community College. He's going to come out throwing and going to again go short. Look at the hurdle by Hall, and he's got the first down.
So many things, the penalties by the Colts, the extra hustle, the extra effort by the Green Bay Packers. It's all evident as you watch this game today. Not that I say jumping over players is the way to win games, but it just shows you the emotional level of where the Packers are and where the concentration level is not there for the Indianapolis Colts.
Corey Hall in the high hurdles. Picks up the Green Bay first at the 27. Comes the 8th different player on the receiving end of a Rodgers pass as Grant with a magnificent second effort and high stepping it as requested by his coach. Boy, that tape he took home yesterday.
Second effort. This game is all about who's going to work harder, out hit. That's what it's about still. And the effort, breaking tackles, Jim. That's what running backs have to do. They got to make unblocked defenders. They got to get around them sometimes. And then when it's not perfect, break the tackles and get the extra yards. That's what leads you to touchdowns. And it just, hey, deflates the defense, and it keeps giving you confidence, of course.
Inside the red zone, field goal the first time today, and 2 touchdowns since that mark. And again, it's Grant and gliding for another 4.
All the Packer games you watched last year, doesn't this kind of remind you of what you saw last year? It's just the running game. Ryan Grant just looked like he's getting a full head of steam every time as he hits the line of scrimmage, and then precise passing. Probably the only difference between this game and last year, of course, quarterback's different.
Harrison and his customary into the bench. Wow. And there's Reggie Wayne and Peyton.
Yeah, that says it all, doesn't it? Just sitting there dejected, just going, well, they're not even warming up because it's going to be a while before they get back on the field.
Pass tipped up in the air and almost picked. Trying to thread that one to Greg Jennings, and Melvin Bullitt almost caught it. Bethea was in the mix.
Don't thread the ball. You don't thread it. It's 24-7. And Aaron Rodgers said it, I'll be patient all day long. No, you won't. Because look out there. Who's that? What did he tell us, Jim? I'm going to keep throwing that ball to the sideline short because that's who they let you throw it to. They live on your decisions not being perfect. Just like that speed, gets to the football, tip it up, and get an interception.
2nd down and 10. And this time, the Colts get a tackle for a loss. Only the 2nd time in the game they've gotten them behind a line of scrimmage, and that's actually good for a 5-yard loss. Darrell Reed and Robert Mathis.
You know, my analogy there of Aaron Rodgers might have been a little tough, you think? I mean, he's
Yeah.
like throwing a no-hitter through 8 innings, and he threw one down the middle of the plate.
Yeah, I was going to say, here's a guy who was 16 out of 19 at halftime.
I'll tell you. I forgot how hard it was down there.
This drive already now
been hanging around you too much.
Onto its 11th play.
Perfection.
Got to stay positive.
There you go. That's
Seek
right.
perfection. And they're going into the wind, and the Colts are offside. I think it's, well, they're going to rule it dead. Packer fans thought they had a free play. And Greg Jennings was standing alone in the end zone, 20 yards away from any Colt defender.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 41. Moving into the neutral zone, called the offensive false start. 5-yard penalty. Remains third down.
That's Bethea, and the Colts are just making so many errors today.
10 penalties for 90. The league is amazing, as well as they played last week, how sharp they were.
3rd and 10 for
Crisp, everything, mentally into it, speed, none of it evident today. And the Green Bay Packers fought through and played well against Seattle last week after, like you said, Jim, losing 3, and they have carried over coming home. Just executing at a very high level. They're going to try to enjoy their week off next week.
Yeah, they've got a bye, then they play at Tennessee as Grant stays low, takes it to the 11, and that'll call on Crosby. Interesting call there on 3rd and about 10.
Yeah, why take a chance? I like the call. I do. They keep the clock running. They're going to drive up the score, they hope, to a 20-point lead. And the way they're moving the football, they go, well, we can get down there and kick at least one more field goal.
This is 29 yards. Crosby good from 31, wide left from 36. And this time he's got it down the middle, right down the turnpike for 3 more. And they're up 20. A 6.5-minute drive to a field goal.
It's time someone gave homeowners the tools to do more with less. It's time guaranteed low prices got even lower. At the Home Depot, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items throughout the store. From tools to ceiling fans, light bulbs to Behr and Glidden paint, everyday items to special projects and more. Some of our biggest reductions ever to help protect your biggest investment. At the Home Depot, you can do it, we can help.
Oh, I can't do this anymore. Oh, I wish you'd just quit that job. Bye. Oh gosh, my job is so rewarding. Girlfriend, I'm about ready to quit that job for you. You need to get out of here. Well, at least you look good. Those flat front Cheetos are great. Do what makes you happy, Larry. You deserve better than this.
Going straight!
Get around him, get around him.
Stop. Slow down, slow!
CBS Tomorrow is your lucky night with TV's #1 comedy, 2.5 Men.
I've never understood why this isn't in the Olympics and synchronized diving is.
Followed by TV's #1 new comedy, Worst Week. See why critics call it laugh out loud funny. 2.5 Men in Worst Week. New episode CBS Tomorrow.
Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. A 27-7 lead. 2.5 to go in the 3rd quarter. They've scored 10 points in this quarter. The unfavorable wind conditions on their side. One, of course, being the touchdown on the interception return. Garcon is met at the 27 by Bishop.
That's awesome.
Very attractive.
I love it.
Woo! Lots of room back there in the back. Yeah, it's got all kinds of room in it, man.
We drove it down a huge mountain. It still was smooth as can be. Loads of power.
Hemi, top of the line.
Can't even feel the trailer back there.
Go, 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 go!
field goal attempt to try to win it. Ball down, kick on the way. It is good. It's good. It's good. And that's it, folks.
Live from your pocket, it's the NFL. Get the new NFL Mobile Live free with any data plan. Only from Sprint. Only on the Now Network.
Pepper in some flavor.
Welcome to Chili's.
Try our newest Kick and Crisper creation. New crispy chicken tacos. Made with strips of real white meat chicken. Cooked until golden brown. Topped with ranch and honey chipotle sauce. New crispy chicken tacos. Only at Chili's. Pepper in some fun.
This Tuesday, The Hulk is even more incredible on DVD. It's every bit as good as Iron Man. For a limited time, own the 3-disc special edition. Includes an all-new alternate opening. The Incredible Hulk. Own the 3-disc special edition for a limited time Tuesday.
Simon Baker stars in The Mentalist, Tuesdays on CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Chili's. Check out Chili's Tailgate Tour, pepperinsomefun.com, and by the Home Depot, the official home improvement sponsor of the NFL.
The MetLife blimp is cruising along in these gusty conditions, providing our aerial coverage of Lambeau Field and the surrounding Green Bay area. First down pass play coming up. Manning has to just kind of throw it at the ankles of Dominique Rhodes.
Nothing there that time. Watch Charles Woodson in the slot. I know it's a screenplay set up, but I've seen this all day long. He is just, as Mike McCarthy said, he is playing unbelievable football. And it's evident when you watch him. Even though he's not 100% physically, just running all over the field. And what corners like to play the inside receiver? Not many of them in the NFL. He loves it.
Has to step away from the heat. Coming back for the grab is Gonzalez.
Look at that coverage.
And that's Tramon Williams, who's been filling in for Al Harris, who's still out with that spleen injury. That first drive, 10 plays, 70 yards, a Rhodes touchdown, and since then, 91 yards.
Wow.
On 24 plays, and the pick return for a score. 3rd and 2. They can't afford to give up the football so quickly, down 20, nearing the end of the third quarter.
I think unless they lose yardage, it's possible they'll go ahead and treat this as a 4-down situation.
Wide of the mark, but a flag. Tramon Williams a little too close to Gonzalez, too early.
Well, the coverage has been so tight. We saw it early on the interception. The Colts are now trying to.
Illegal contact. Defense number 38. 5-yard penalty and a first down.
The Colts are trying to go there. Watch Gonzalez as he goes down the field. He's going to fake inside, then go out. Perfect cut. Williams is all over him. Now, did that right hand, did he pull the receiver? Tough call. Of course, Peyton Manning says that coverage is so tight, it had to be a penalty.
And it was, giving them the first down at the 41. Last minute he had to go underneath, and Charles Woodson makes another play, denying Reggie Wayne. Cole was in the face of the quarterback.
Jimmy, we saw it earlier, and he's just, Charles Woodson, so confident in his ability and his speed, just chases receivers. Peyton Manning under duress, but at the last second, look at Charles Woodson. Not only has he got the coverage, he's waiting to undercut to try to get the interception. Well, now we know just another reason why he won that Heisman Trophy. Carried it over into the pros all these years.
Peyton 4 of 11 in this quarter. Goes long and off the fingertip of Reggie Wayne. So 3rd and 10 on the way.
Well, Peyton Manning trying to get some throws down the field. Good job by Reggie Wayne, but look at just the window. Oh my gosh, yeah, it's close. He almost got the completion, but 3 defenders around, all of them close. The margin of error for this Colts passing game is very, very small. And look at the second half. I think it just tells you about the coverage, not the pressure Peyton Manning's been under.
They'll have to punt. Manning upset. He was trying to dump it at the last minute to Rose. There was no one open down the field.
He was throwing it, hoping to get a penalty flag, Jim. That's why. He says there's illegal contact here. But outside the pocket, and it's why he threw it. You see right away, he's going to throw that flag.
He wanted a call against Nick Barnett.
Yeah, he was pushed, but too many flags in the game. Good no call.
The appeal turned down, and under Smith launches it to Will Blackman from the 12 with a flag. Flag's going to be against Green Bay. It's going to bring him back inside the 10-yard line, probably at the 6. 47-yard punt, but the return's going to be negated, it appears. Well, we're seeing a face mask signal.
During the return, personal foul, face mask, number 85 of the kicking team.
Wow.
A 15-yard penalty, first down.
Not a blocking call, but instead a call against Garcon. All going the Packers' way today. There it is, no doubt.
Look, the mountains on this Coors Light cold activated bottle turned blue and the beer is cold. How can you tell your beer is cold without it?
I can't do it. You know, I just can't do it.
Coach, when was the first time you saw the mountains turn blue?
91, when we won the division.
It wasn't invented yet.
When the mountains turn blue, your beer is cold and ready for kickoff.
Please nod if you like the following. A taste as cold as the Rockies. Cold activated bottles. Shirts with random triangles.
Talk about a wake-up call. I had a heart attack at 57. My doctor told me I should have been doing more for my high cholesterol. What was I thinking? But now, I trust my heart to Lipitor.
When diet and exercise are not enough, adding Lipitor may help. Unlike some other cholesterol-lowering medications, Lipitor is FDA approved to reduce the risk of heart attack, stroke, and certain kinds of heart surgeries if you have several common risk factors or heart disease. Lipitor has been extensively studied with over 16 years of research. Lipitor is not for everyone, including people with liver problems and women who are nursing, pregnant, or may become pregnant. You need simple blood tests to check for liver problems. Tell your doctor if you are taking other medications or if you have any muscle pain or weakness. This may be a sign of a rare but serious side effect.
I learned the hard way, but you may be able to do something.
Have a heart-to-heart with your doctor about your risk and about Lipitor.
CBS Thursday.
I've been appointed by the FBI to investigate crimes and crises of a scientific nature.
If you love a good mystery, see why critics say the new series 11th Hour.
You know what's in this?
Licorice goodness.
Will keep you guessing until the very last second.
Insects.
New episode, CBS Thursday.
Thursday on CBS, a new CSI investigator gets a killer case. Jeffrey Tambor guest stars on TV's #1 show. All new CSI Thursday, CBS. The Colts have not lost an October game since 2004. They've won 13 in a row in this month of October. But down 20 late third, and that's Ryan Grant churning out another 5 yards.
Well, Jim, let's go back and look at the CBS player tracker. How quick Aaron Rodgers can get rid of the football. He throws it to Corey Hall. We saw the jump. He gets a first down, and that's part of the reason. That's always been the philosophy here in Green Bay and their offense for so many years. Almost always the same offense with Brett Favre. It's carried over with Aaron Rodgers. Quick decisions, when in doubt, throw it short, and it's worked very well for a lot of years.
2nd down and 5. They might want to just run it and finish the quarter and take the win on 3rd down on the other side, and they do. That'll be Ryan Grant for 3. And that'll be 3rd and 2 to start the 4th quarter. Going in to the 4th stanza, up 20. 27-7 Packers will return to Green Bay after this message and a word from your local station. You are watching the NFL on CBS.
One murder suspect. Two agencies. It's the FBI versus NCIS.
What is it you're hoping to find? The truth.
New NCIS Tuesday.
Don't miss Worst Week, tomorrow on CBS.
Obama rewards his friends with your tax dollars. Tony Resco, $14 million. Allison Davis, $20 million. Kenny Smith, $100,000. That's unethical. Congressional liberals promise to raise your taxes to reward their friends with wasteful pork. Taxes for you, pork for them. Who's going to stop them? Congressional liberals or him?
I'm John McCain, and I approve this message.
Saved by Zero. Now, for a limited time only, you can get amazing zero APR financing on your favorite Toyota. Saved by Zero. That's 0% financing on 11 different models, featuring Toyota's legendary quality. No other car brand can make this offer. So hurry in now and see how much Zero can save you on a new Toyota.
Saved by Zero. Saved by Zero.
Three of man's proudest accomplishments: the wheel, fire, and the tailgate. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. See what's going on. What are you grilling?
Ostrich burger.
Ostrich? And you gonna watch the damn with Miller Highlight?
Most certainly.
You guys are 5 yards short of common sense. Can I borrow this beef?
Yeah, take it, man.
All right, pay attention. Now watch your hair. Smell how good that is?
Yeah.
Beef and high life and you're in. You with me? Now you're living the high life.
Thank you.
Ostrich. That's not a burger, that's a bird.
Meteorologist Corey Mellis, coverage you can count on.
A frustrating day for Peyton Manning. His team playing from behind almost the entire way. And Aaron Rodgers and the Packers lead it 27-7 through 3. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms, my priceless partner.
Oh, there we go.
Taking us the final 15 minutes.
Wow. She didn't see me play.
Just talking about you as an all-around guy.
Oh, okay.
You know, you got to get past those football days.
I hear you.
It's about you, who you are now. 3rd down and 3. And Rodgers from the pocket, incomplete. And he took a hit.
He's okay. Good decision. Just gets rid of it.
Freeney and Keaho.
Not taking any chances. This time Aaron Rodgers has to hold the football a little longer than he wants. So what's it, when you hold it a little longer than you're supposed to in this league, trouble. Usually means hits by a defensive lineman.
This will be the first punt of the game. Remember, Frost was out there for one in the 3rd quarter, but a penalty nullified a punt and gave the Packers a first down on their way to a field goal. And the Frost kick bounces in for a touchback. Only 32 yards net. Does Peyton have another miracle up his sleeve today?
Wherever you plan to stop, Comfort Suites will be there. So come in, spread out, and get some work done. Or not.
Right now at Comfort Suites in these choice hotels, you can earn up to $250 in
They're here.
No, they're not here. We forgot to switch to DirecTV, so we're stuck watching cable.
Get 3 times more HD channels than cable.
It's time to rock again. AC/DC presents Black Ice, their first new album in 8 years. Available October 20th, only at Walmart. Save money, live better. Walmart.
Who made this roller girl's life spin out of control?
So you made sure Missy stayed silent.
I can't decide if you're too old for me to feed you your teeth.
A new cold case tonight.
You're watching the NFL on CBS.
Well, folks, our little crew is going to go from Lambeau Field to London after the game. Chargers and the Saints have a little date and a little tilt next week at Wembley Stadium, and we'll have it for you on CBS. Look at that, Big Ben.
Big Ben.
You would think they might put the Steelers in that game so Big Ben could visit it, Big Ben, but it'll be San Diego and the Saints next Sunday on CBS, and they're calling it incomplete to Reggie Wayne. If you didn't hear the news from Charlie Casserly from our NFL Today studios, Reggie Bush now is going to be out of the game, arthroscopic surgery, torn meniscus in that game today at Carolina, won by the Panthers. Bush will be out for somewhere around a month to 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
Big part of that Saints offense, of course, Jim. So in this league, you got to always adjust when you're missing players. That'll be tough for the Saints. Does Reggie Wayne catch it?
Ooh, I tell you, they got to challenge that.
It looks like he has possession, though, even though the football hit the ground. That's my first impression, but I was wrong as they bring it back. A lot of ways to catch the football. It can be pinned to your body with one hand. We saw one today. What? Top of the helmet, almost like the Super Bowl for the Buffalo Bills.
Lee Evans.
Yep, the pass was called incomplete.
2nd down and 10, and a flag as Rhodes gets a running start and able to race ahead for about 15, hit by Aaron Campman.
One guy that's come to play today for the Colts is Dominique Rhodes. He's played hard and ran hard too.
Illegal formation. Butler. Number 88 was not on the line of scrimmage. A 5-yard penalty.
Look at the coverage down the field. That's why we have a score the way it is today. The defensive backs for the Green Bay Packers have just had an outstanding day of covering receivers down the field. Led by Charles Woodson. Tremont Williams has done a good job. Will Blackman coming in on the outside is also matched up against Marvin Harrison, done a good job.
110 yards, penalty yards, most ever by a Dungy team. And that goes with Rhodes for about 2. So most ever by a Dungy coach team, penalty yardage.
A team that played so well last week, full of confidence, destroying it all here against Green Bay today.
3rd and long, down the field for Harrison. Over the shoulder, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, incomplete. And Greg Jennings just over there to make sure everybody was certain of the call.
Coverage is okay. What a throw by Peyton Manning to the outside. Marvin Harrison 1 foot down, right foot never makes it in.
Hunter Smith back out to punt.
Like I said, though, Jim, the margin of error, even when they complete these passes, you see how close the defensive backs are. Peyton Manning's got to make like perfect throws to get a completion.
Big pressure on Smith. What a kick into the wind. Blackman back inside the 20. That might be a flag on that first block, but no, there's no flag at all. Blackman twisted down at the 28. 64-yard boot. Packers with the football and the sizable lead.
Hey, what kind of light beer do you want?
It doesn't matter. They're all the same. Whoa! All the same? Are they all as easy to drink as Bud Light? Isn't water from this hose easier to drink than water from this one? Isn't this bottle easier to drink from than this one? And wouldn't you agree that a raindrop is easier to drink than hail? The point is there's a difference, and Bud Light has it. It's called drinkability, the just right taste that makes Bud Light so easy to drink. Bud Light, the difference is drinkability.
Finally, Monopoly's back at McDonald's.
I wanna win.
There's a $100,000 grand prize daily, plus lots of cash and food prizes.
You don't need to do this. It's not a matter of luck.
And no matter what you do, the only way to win is to play. Don't miss out.
Strength is power. Introducing the all-new TL, the most powerful Acura ever built.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by McDonald's. Play Monopoly at McDonald's. DirecTV. Now get over 3 times more HD channels than cable. And by Bud Light. The difference is drinkability.
Happy trails to you, Mr. Manning.
Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
Yes.
I tell you, it's amazing, Jim. We were up here for 3 days. How many times have you heard the word Brett Favre? Not many.
Surprisingly, not at all.
They turn the page. They do it quickly in NFL.
That's Ryan Grant getting knocked down for a 3-yard loss. We told you we're heading to London for San Diego and New Orleans, and most of you will see that game. It'll be a 5 o'clock start time in London. We're sending it back live to the States. Others will see Kansas City and the Jets, Oakland and Baltimore, Buffalo, Miami, or other regional action. Check your local listings. And of course, it all begins at noon Eastern time with JB and the team in the NFL Today studio. Aaron Rodgers has a 2nd and 13. Goes to Grant. And Keaho meets him at the 33. It's interesting what you were saying earlier about Coach McCarthy, talking about how there's not enough credit going around about Rodgers' physical ability and his ability to throw the football. And he said if you actually put them up on a draft board, their body types and everything else, their size, their hands are 10 inches wide, talking fingertip to fingertip, thumb to pinky. He says they're almost identical.
Yeah, you know, it's a really good evaluation by Mike McCarthy, because I do think it takes a special body type to be a quarterback up in here in Green Bay because of wind and cold and everything else. Of course, Aaron Rodgers doesn't have one of the greatest arms ever to play in the league, which Brett Favre did.
3rd and 4. That's Jackson fighting for it and getting it for the first down. That's got to be worth at least a couple of more minutes. McCarthy felt that after last year's preseason was the time when Rodgers really showed he was ready. That's when he made the turn, he said. And look at this turn by Jackson. Riding Marlon Jackson of the Colts with him. Picking up the first.
You know, so many good things said about Aaron Rodgers. And Jim, he became a leader of this team, and how you do it is through hard work and, of course, performing on the field. But Aaron Rodgers has stayed here every year during the offseason and made all the workouts. That does not go unnoticed by players or coaches.
Ryan Grant for about 2. We've got an update on that Jet-Oakland matchup. Back to you, JB.
Jim and Phil, well, I guess it's safe to say the Jets' play has been pretty erratic, but they come through here as Brett Favre hands off to Leon Washington. He takes it 11 yards. Hard run to pay dirt. 9 plays, 87 yards, all knotted at 10. Back to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms.
All right, James, a good one going on out there in Oakland. 10-10. Here it's 27-7 Green Bay. The Packers have not allowed a sack, and they have not turned the football over today. Clean football. 2nd and 8. Grant waiting for something to unfold. Foster doesn't give ground. 1-yard gain. Back to JB in the studio.
Jim and Phil, Clinton Portis' 27-yard run was a key play, setting up this Jason Campbell to Santana Moss. 18-yard strike for the score. Washington on top 14-3 over Cleveland. Portis with 144 rushing yards. Back to Jim and Phil.
So the Redskins with a little room now in that one. 14-3 up on the 2-3 Browns. 3rd down and 7 for the Packers with 10 minutes left. Freeney coming in. Rodgers escapes, just throws it away. Dawson also creating pressure, and they'll bring out Frost to punt. 21 of 28, $186 and a touchdown, no picks.
Yeah, it's that, Jim. It's the mistake-free game by Aaron Rodgers. An offensive line that's been physical. Ryan Grant running hard. And, of course, to me, the big story of the game, if you said, oh, what's the biggest story of the game? It's the Green Bay defense. They have matched up and won the battle against Indianapolis's offense.
T1 Ratliff back deep. Garcon is also back there. It's heading in the direction of Ratliff. Over his shoulder and bounding in for a touchback. 59 yards, net of 39. Manning popping back out. Hadn't scored since the first quarter.
World record holder Michael Phelps is the fastest swimmer ever. So I've come to this aquatic center to challenge him to a race on the internet. I'll be using this 3G AT&T Laptop Connect card. He won't. So I can download inventory reports faster, email business proposals faster, all on the go. I'm Bill Curtis, and I'm faster than Michael Phelps.
Switch to the nation's fastest 3G network and get the AT&T Laptop Connect card for free.
Look, I really like you, but you're giving me mixed signals. I saw you in an ad in the paper and you were one price. You were a totally different price online. And now you're telling me that you could be a whole nother price if I buy you in your store?
Is that gonna be a deal breaker?
I have somebody I think you should meet.
Unlike some stores, Circuit City has a one-price promise.
I'm Jennifer.
Which means the low prices you find online are the same prices you find in our stores. Circuit City will hook you up with one low price.
In the world of high performance, what machine can you run for as little as $1 a week?
Fusion blades for $1 a week. Now that's money well spent.
Fusion Power, Gillette's most comfortable shave.
Cavernous, the Fit, new from Honda, the Fit is go.
Murder number 1.
She was wearing the bomb.
Murder number 2.
Did you or Kyle have anything to do with this?
He was just trying to protect me.
They would be easy to solve if the suspects weren't family.
Who's gonna protect him now?
New CSI Miami, CBS tomorrow.
Tomorrow on CBS, what could turn Charlie Harper from sinner to saint? 2.5 Men. On TV's #1 comedy. Catch the new episode tomorrow right here on CBS. Come out with a run on first down, and that's Rhodes banging helmets out to the 29. Peyton saying after that performance last week that it felt like it was his first regular season game. Remember, he had missed all of camp with that knee, the 2 surgeries. And there's the pass over to Gonzalez, spins away from Tramon Williams and steps out of bounds. A beautiful play. Can you confirm for me that Peyton Manning had, in fact, the 2 surgeries, Phil? I know we heard it from Peyton last week on Friday, and we reported it to the nation in our game, but it was nice to see on Monday night that it was later confirmed, 30 hours later.
Yeah, because, you know, I always thought I wasn't trusting Peyton with his word, yes.
So we needed somebody else to confirm it. But we can confirm it now again?
Yes, I am confirming it officially.
We've got the confirmation
and
now back on our side.
We asked him again last night just to make sure, to reconfirm.
Reconfirm. Throwing down the sideline to Gonzalez in tight one-on-one coverage with Tramon Williams and a flag.
Offside. Defense, number 94. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
Well, trying to get the football down the field, the Colts moved the pocket a little bit, and Peyton Manning makes a good throw. But again, look at the coverage. A little double move by Gonzalez. Williams not fooled. In fact, if the throw would have been right on target, it probably would have been intercepted.
So they're on the Green Bay side of the field. 9 minutes to go, and that's another flag. Wide of Rhodes, as I'm sure Manning probably saw the flag. Tossed it away.
Offside. Defense. Number 74 lined up in the neutral zone. A 5-yard penalty that results in a first down.
Aaron Campman, we talked to him, of course, on, well, yesterday, and he is the guy that can put pressure on a quarterback. And he said, look, we just got to rattle Peyton Manning. I wanted to go, hey, Aaron, you know, this guy has been through he's played a lot of rodeos, man. I don't know if you can rattle him, but they have been all over him today. The coverage has been as good as you could expect against these wide receivers. And the Green Bay defense has done what they wanted to do.
And that's Rhodes. They run it again. Does that surprise you? It gains 4.
No, right here as they run the football. No, they're trying to keep this Green Bay defense off balance. It's not about, okay, we need to score real fast to get 3 touchdowns here in the next few minutes. It's about doing whatever you got to do and not worry about the clock right now to score 1 and then try to manage the game from there.
Look at the decisive advantage for Green Bay. How long they've had it today, controlling this game. Pass over to Clark. He ducks under and leans ahead to the 35. Peyton now has moved past Dan Fouts and over 43,000 career yards into 8th all-time passing yardage. League history. 314 touchdown passes just as he started the day. Their 1 touchdown came on a Rhodes rush in the first quarter, first time they had the football. Third and 4, and looking for the flag. Reggie Wayne furious.
Yeah, that time Reggie Wayne has a case. Charles Woodson runs in, I think, to his own guy, and he knows he's in trouble, so he falls and almost tackles Reggie Wayne. Watch, 87 gets picked, and then he reaches out, knocks Reggie Wayne, knocks him down from behind.
Wayne with only 1 catch, and that was back in the first quarter. 4th and 4. Now that should be a flag, and there is going to be one, a late one thrown in by the side judge at the top. That was Chiller on the back of Wayne.
Pass interference. Defense. Realizing the spot of the foul and a first down.
Brandon Chiller, number 54. Top of your screen, here comes across, he sees it. They've got the play, they're in the perfect defense. He just gets there a step too early, but Brandon Chiller has really played well today.
3rd Packer penalty on this Colt possession.
Look at the wide receiver for the Colts. They thought they had an advantage in this today in the game against the backup corner and corners of the Green Bay Packers. It has not worked out that way, which
Hard to believe.
Talked about many times.
3 catches by those 2 for 26 yards. Manning looking for the big one for Wayne, tipped in the air and incomplete. 3 Packers back there defending. Aaron Rouse got a hand on it. Charles Woodson was also defending.
Well, this Packer defense, as Aaron Campman said, you know what, we are tough. We're a tough defense. We're going to show it. Boy, I tell you, Aaron Rouse, he had it. He's playing deep half of the field. All he has to do is read the quarterback size, and he sees Peyton Manning throw it about 45 yards in the air. Should have had the interception.
2nd down and 10. 7.5 to play. They've come back from 27 to 10, now trying to come back from 27-7. The ball's out. The ball is out, and they're ruling it incomplete. A shovel pass.
Shovel pass. It is an incomplete pass.
Has Rouse running and hoping, but Chiller jarred it out. Peyton's hit only three of his last 14.
Well, this defense, it's, you know, they smell blood. Now they want to attack because they know they got an offense that has to throw it. You live for these moments if you're a pass rusher, that's for sure.
Jeremy Thompson is down on the field for Green Bay, so an injury timeout, and Colts will have 3rd and 10 when we return.
Dad!
fans excited for this year's biggest adventure. The big taste of the XL Explorer Pizza. 30% bigger than our large. With your choice of any 3 toppings. A big deal at $13.99. Plus, get a $3 off coupon for Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull on DVD. Call or click papajohns.com.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Precision is power. Introducing the all-new TL, the most powerful Acura ever built.
Cisco Telepresence, bringing people and countries a little closer. That's the human network effect. Cisco, welcome to the human network.
CSI, Thursdays on CBS.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Cisco. Welcome to the human network. And by the new AT&T. Your world delivered.
And we're back at Green Bay with the Colts down 27-7, 3rd down and 10 at the Green Bay 32. Does this performance today by the Colts, does this surprise you, what Green Bay's doing to them?
Well, of course it does. Yes, I thought the Colts, I'm not saying I thought they would win, but I thought this would be a highly competitive game and the Colts would play well just from what I saw last week.
Over to Dallas Clark, and that's a good tackle by Brandon Chiller.
Well, I tell you, it's Brandon Chiller. We should have talked to him yesterday the way he's playing defense. He is everywhere. And what's really impressive with him, not only being the athlete he is, he just got a good sense of where to stay, not overcommit, and the plays have come to him about 3 or 4 times today.
So another 4th down for the Colts. They converted on 1 4th down thanks to a penalty call on this drive. Peyton pump fake and throws. Gonzalez holds on. Forward progress should give him the first. And it will at the 20. Goes for 7.
You know what, Jim? You asked me a question. Am I surprised? Yes. Because I've watched Green Bay play their games this year, and there was nothing in any of the games they played was it ever evident that they could just come out and just dominate like they have physically. I haven't seen that part of their football team, and maybe this will take them up to that next level everybody's always talking about.
I know it's crazy to think, but Colts fans right now are saying, hold on a minute, guys. What about those 2 comebacks? Maybe they've got the mother of all comebacks still to come.
Well, I'm not counting them out.
From the 20, 1st down. Play action, Manning, end zone over everyone's head. 6 minutes to go.
Well, miscues by this Colts team today. It starts with penalties. That kind of says it all. That have kept drives going. Then an interception, and then mistakes on special teams. Those are the ones that are they are extraordinarily hard to overcome. But the penalties, to me, that'd be the first thing I'd talk about when you talk about the Colts. What went wrong today?
A 2nd down 10. Over to Rose. Inside the 10 and at the 5. Again, you look down the field, we're watching, we see all 22 players from our viewpoint, and you look for Wayne, you look for Harrison, they're just not open. There's no separation.
Yeah, that time they were not supposed to be open. They were trying to just take the defenders with them. That play was designed to throw it to Dominique Rhodes all right from the start.
Last week they combined for over 200 yards receiving, those 2, and 3 touchdowns. Today, 3 catches, 26 yards.
It's taken so long to score. Of course, this is a victory in itself for the Green Bay defense.
Try to cross him up with the run, and Green Bay not fooled a bit. Nick Barnett brings it to a quick stop, loss of a yard.
You know, Jim, I'm going to go back to what Aaron Campman said when we talked to him. The pass rusher for the Packers, he says, we are tough. Now we just got to use our heads a little and play a little smarter. I mean, toughness and talent, and then with smartness, well, that's when you get good football, and that's what they've done today.
It's a 2nd and goal from the 6. Wayne and Harrison lined up to the right. Manning goes left. Gonzalez intercepted, and here we go. Aaron Rouse, good night. For the second time today, they return a Manning pass for a touchdown.
Yeah, Jim, what a break on the football by Aaron Rouse. Peyton Manning is looking down the middle, trying to hit Reggie Wayne. He goes to his outlet receiver. Aaron Rouse held his ground the whole time. Didn't get out of position by watching Peyton Manning. That enabled him to make the move when Manning threw it outside. What a catch. Leads to a touchdown.
99-yard return. And now 5 interception returns on the season by the Packers secondary. He was going for Gonzalez.
Oh, he never left him. He was looking that way the whole time. Aaron Ross, nice catch. Aaron Rodgers, he's excited about that defense too.
We only got one room left, but I doubt you'll want it.
Why not?
It's a dead zone. Can't get your calls, your precious emails. It's like you don't even exist.
I've got the Verizon network.
You good?
Oh. The towers are kind of scratchy.
We test America's largest 3G network every day. Verizon Wireless. Get the exclusive LG Dare, full touchscreen, 3G speed, loaded with features.
It's not worth showing another replay of the interception, is it? Because you know what?
We're back with the Green Bay Packers' 6th defensive touchdown on returns, 5 interception returns. Peyton's thrown for 160 yards today, no scores, but his 2 that have been picked off have been returned for 161 yards. 1 by Nick Collins and 1 by Aaron Rouse.
Really just good discipline. We were just talking about it too. You got to be tough, and then when you're smart and disciplined, you get rewarded. And that time, Aaron Rouse did not look down the middle of the field. He did not follow the quarterback's eyes, which you hear so much on TV. He held his ground, and that's why he was able to intercept the pass.
For those of you expecting to see 60 Minutes, you're watching the NFL on CBS. The Colts and the Packers, Jim Nantz and Phil Simms here at Lambeau Field. And the route is on for Green Bay. 60 Minutes will be seen in its entirety after this game, except on the West Coast, where it'll be seen at its normal time.
Green Bay's defense, you've talked about. Look at those interception returns, just making plays. Big plays, game changers, game winners.
Boy, a tough day for the Colts all the way around, and for some AFC powerhouses, the Colts, the Chargers, they lose up at Buffalo. Hey, we've got Home Depot SEC action next Saturday, Georgia and LSU. 3:30 Eastern time with Vern and Gary on the call. Tim and Spencer in the studio with TIAA Craft College Football today. Yeah, you talk about the new look AFC with Buffalo at 5-1. Tennessee now 6-0.
Boy, talking about Tennessee, who's got them next week?
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis down there.
Dallas Clark out of bounds at 23 with 4 minutes to play in Green Bay and Chicago today. Both winners and sitting atop the NFC North. Nice little comeback by the Lions today, who were 21-0 down to Houston and gotten it within 28-21 with about 2 minutes to go. And is now running with the football, Chad Simpson.
You know, Jim, you look at the Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers has held his end up right from the start this year, but that's all we've really focused on, the national attention, the media, fans. But what's probably been, in my eyes, disappointing, I thought Green Bay's defense, after last year, would get a little better and it would be dominating. It has not dominated this year, but today is a sign that maybe it's going to turn around.
Peyton's pass knocked down. So right in the direction of Baja Biamila.
Kabir Baja Biamila, he says, uh-oh, something's up here. Nobody blocks me, so he stays back and is able to knock down the screen pass.
You know, you talked about Tennessee will be hosting Indianapolis a week from tomorrow night, and the Titans have a 3-game lead on the Colts and the Jags.
And that defense of the Titans, they've had 6 straight good showings.
There's a second catch on the day by Reggie Wayne. That's it. 2 for Wayne, 2 for Harrison.
This is a play they threw a lot last week against the Baltimore Ravens. And you can tell the Green Bay Packers said, okay, we're waiting on it. Peyton Manning's thrown it a couple times, but the collisions have been just like that.
3rd and about a yard. And Simpson, who was just brought up from the practice squad, gets stuffed. You know, we didn't talk much about Joseph Adai being out 2 to 4 weeks with a hamstring. Injured early last week against Baltimore certainly changes the dynamic, although Rhodes played hard and played well today.
Yes, I'm not even going to say that.
But you don't have the 1-2 punch, though.
I know
not
you
taking
don't.
anything away from Rhodes.
Dominique Rhodes, I thought he played as well or better than anybody in his team today. So I know, Joe, you like all your good players there, but the running back position did not hurt the Colts today.
4th and 3.
Great move.
Open, Gonzalez takes it at the midfield mark. And Rouse with a little face mask to boot.
Good move, 4th and 3. Defense is thinking, here comes a short pass. That's clever, even this late in the game, down 34-7. Watch it. It's going to be, let me get the first end, excuse me. Quick, fast,
Personal
and precise.
Foul. Face mask number 37, defense. 15-yard penalty and a first down.
Wow.
They gained 49 on the play, 34 yards on the pass.
That was some face mask.
First play of the day, in fact, for the Colts that went past 30 yards.
That face mask, it looked, you know, Jim, that looked intentional. Like I got it, I did it on purpose, and I'm going to keep my hands on it and throw you down with it.
From the 18, over to Clark. And Chiller, he's made that play, that tackle a couple of times. And again, they had won 13 straight in October, going back to a shootout they lost at Kansas City on Halloween '04, a 45-35 cheap win. Peyton not able to get the playoff before the 2-minute warning. Green Bay all the way today.
Check.
Strength meets intelligence. The surprisingly efficient Ridgeline, built by Honda.
Hello, I'm a Mac.
And I'm a PC.
What you got there, PC?
Oh, just something I'm trying out. See, we're officially going to stop referring to my operating system by name.
You mean Vista?
Sorry, I didn't hear you there. What'd you say?
Vista?
See, we don't say the V word anymore. Doesn't sit well with frustrated PC users. From now on, we're going to use a word with a lot less baggage. Windows.
Yeah, but Windows is PC. Don't you think people are going to see through that? Not saying the word Vista is not the same as fixing Vista problems. Vista.
Oh.
Don't let the gentle sway fool you. This is high country barley. It's found here, where the air is crisp and the soil is rich. Perfect for growing full-bodied barley, giving Coors that full-flavored taste, savored by generations since 1873. It's the way they like it. It's the way we like it. And neither one of us is much for compromising. Coors, the banquet beer.
He left me penniless. He would have hid a nest egg somewhere.
That's what his killers wanted to know.
As this investigator met his match,
Will you hold me? You're not soft on her, are you?
It's not going to affect my work. I'm a law enforcement professional.
TV's #1 new show, The Mentalist, CBS Tuesday.
And the Colts are going to be falling to 3-3 on the season. Jim Nantz and Phil Simms here at Lambeau Field. Most points allowed by the Colts since Jacksonville put up 44 on them in December of their Super Bowl winning year.
Well, you know, you can't put it all on the Colts defense. There's been 2 returns for touchdowns, but I think it's just the whole day, the enthusiasm and the physical part that the Green Bay Packers have shown.
Rhodes unable to hold on to it at the goal line. Pepra with the hit.
And they talked about we need to rattle Peyton Manning and just keep the pressure on him. That time protection's pretty good, and Aaron Kampman comes in and just gets a late little hug on Peyton Manning. But a perfect throw. But again, just says a lot about the Colts, just not clicking today.
Never would have guessed after that first drive, they marched right down the field with ease and scored on a Rhodes rush, that they wouldn't be in again. And they in fact are in again. Touchdown Gonzalez with a diving grab, yes.
What a throw.
15-yard touchdown to Anthony Gonzalez.
Yeah, he goes inside. He's had a hard time getting out to the outside, so he changes it up at the last second when he goes inside. Peyton Manning sees it, throws it on a line, and a nice throw and catch by the Colts.
And Vinatieri with the extra point try. Hold on, this may be reviewed.
Packers could challenge it.
Well, this is inside 2 minutes.
Inside 2 minutes, sorry. Mike McCarthy was actually walking around looking for his red flag. I forgot we're inside 2 minutes. Football, he has it. Oh, it's moving.
Hey, well, you know, what do you think? I think it's going to hold up.
I think it's, if I had to guess, I'd say it's in trouble. Football, yes,
from
there
that
you see
side.
it. Yep, that's what I saw from the other angle.
The play is being reviewed to see if the ball hit the ground or the ball was complete.
Well, the Houston Texans have just knocked out the Lions and dropped them to 0-6. Houston improves to 2-4, 28-21 win. But how about the Jets get a field goal with a couple of seconds to go in regulation? Feely from 52 yards. Here's another look at this to send that game to overtime, it appears.
If you keep looking before he hits the ground, and now that football, you've got to have complete possession of it. And it looks like a good shot. He definitely lost possession of it now. I feel very confident in my decision. It only took me 3 times to watch it before.
I like when you're confident in your decision. I'm looking forward to you taking that over to the UK this week, man.
As they would say, wait till they get a load of me. Is that what you want to say?
Yeah, boy, they can't wait to check you out. It's going to be fun, Wembley Stadium, man.
Oh, yes, I'm excited about going there just because of what it stands for. And it's one of the great sports arenas in the world. So we're here in Lambeau 1 week, and which is everybody knows about. Then to go over to Wembley Stadium where they've had so many great sport events, it's going to be a lot of fun to be a part of it.
Pretty good 1-2 punch.
There's Mike McCarthy. Oh, wait, he's looking for his flag.
But they got him.
I don't know if coach was really paying attention, and all of a sudden they kind of scared him. Oh, I got to make a coaching decision here.
After review, the ball was not in the player's possession, and the ball hit the ground. Therefore, the pass is incomplete. It makes it 4th down and 7 at the 15-yard line at the left hash mark. Please reset the game clock to 1:51.
Yes, you can see the football as we keep replaying it. It comes out the bottom of Anthony Gonzalez's hands, and that's a good reversal by Ron Winter.
The Indy offense has been on the field for the last 8 minutes, a span of 22 plays. That includes the run back for the touchdown. Now it's again 4th down, as Ron Winter said. They get the 1st down and more. Clark going toward the pylon, and he's a yard short. Now they're saying touchdown.
Yeah, he reached out with the football. Nice job by the Colts. The Green Bay Packer defense is playing so aggressive. And watch Dallas Clark. He fakes across the field, and that's what gets Brandon Chiller. He overcommits. And does Dallas Clark score? No.
Well, they better hurry up and snap this one, or we'll have another challenge from up top.
No, he didn't make it.
The previous play is being reviewed.
See, I'm getting practice at looking at these replays, so I don't need 4 and 5 of this time to make my decision. But again, good call, good decision by Peyton Manning. Does this football cross the pylon? Boy, you got to be careful. And to me, it looks like it's inside the field of play, and he loses possession of it actually as it goes over the pylon. So if it's in bounds, it could be a touchback. How about that, Jim? They could rule that it went over the pylon. He lost possession.
To see if the ball crossed the plane of the goal line before the runner went out of bounds.
Well, you're right, though. The ball, he doesn't have control of it anymore.
If that ball would have crossed the pylon in the corner, that would be a touchback.
Wow.
And it would be Green Bay's
Good
football.
one. Washington has held on to beat Cleveland. You know, the difference is fractions, as you said. The Jets get a 52-yard field goal at the gun to send a game into overtime. Out in Oakland, that's ongoing. Cleveland has a 54-yarder by Phil Dawson at Washington to send it to overtime, wide right. Here's the lineup coming up tonight on CBS. It's going to be 60 minutes. One of the most courageous moments in sports. Check out this matador tonight on 60 Minutes. Then all new Amazing Race Cold Case in the Unit coming up tonight on CBS. So our second review inside of 2 minutes of a game that is one-sided. Either way, it's Clark's 8th catch, which is a career high in the regular season. You know, catch not in question, but will it be a touchback, a touchdown, or out of bounds at the 1?
Well, I think that's why it's taken so long, Jim. They got to determine did that football go over the pylon. And here comes Ron Winter.
After review, the runner fumbled the ball at the 1-yard line, and it went out of bounds before he crossed the goal line with it in his possession. Therefore, it's Indianapolis ball, 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Please reset the game clock to 1:46.
Never before has such a meaningless touchdown drive been stretched out to such lengths. 23 consecutive offensive plays on the field without scoring on their side. It's nice to see as we're heading to London that the way you ate this week, you're taking a few extra pounds with you over to England.
Are you kidding? That is just
cheese
not
curds,
true.
the walleye, the steak, the brats up here in the booth, the chili. It's been an all weekend affair.
You better go to church in London.
1st and goal. I will be. Cradling the ball and taking it home is Dominique Rhodes. Maybe they should review this one too. I'm just not sure. Can you confirm that's a touchdown?
I can confirm it, but I'll have to wait till tomorrow to probably get the official confirming. But this is a touchdown. When you get down the 1 yard line, sometimes going wide because the defense is looking for something up the middle. You go wide, you get a much easier chance to score, and a good job by Dominique Rhodes.
Adam Vinatieri for the third time coming out to try an extra point. This time he's actually going to get the attempt, and he gets the point. And we're going to get the update from New York and James Brown.
All right, Jim and Phil, Cleveland looking to try to tie matters up with the Redskins in the closing seconds of the game. 54-yard attempt by Phil Dawson is wide right, and it ends with the Redskins winning that game 14-11 in Landover. Back to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms.
And the Redskins now are 5-2, while the Browns fall to 2-4 in a heartbreaker.
Well, this game today has had a lot of big plays. And watch Nick Collins, watching the quarterback, he's playing safety. So he is able, anytime there are footballs tipped over the middle of the field, safeties are always in positions to get it. Aaron Rouse watching Peyton Manning, he knows he's supposed to help against Anthony Gonzalez. He doesn't go for the look of Peyton Manning down the middle. He is in position to make the interception again. Or again for the Green Bay Packers defense.
All right, so you're down 3 scores with 1:41 to go. You have your full allotment of timeouts. I think might be a good time to go for the onside kick. Just a hunch. Oh, they go over the wall and bounding around to Charles Woodson, who will just fall harmlessly at the 30. How about some of the headlines around the league today? Lindell White, $149 and 3 touchdowns.
Trent Edwards, wow.
Steven Jackson, the Rams, that game was never in doubt. Same score as the one we have right here.
Kyle Orton continuing to throw. Hey, as I said this week on Showtime, sorry to throw a plug in there. I said, Chicago Bear fans, I don't want to hear about the quarterback anymore, or at least for another week or two. But because Kyle Orton has really been solid all year long for the Chicago Bears.
Improves their record to 4-3. Titans remain the only unbeaten team, now 6-0. And Grant rumbles now over 100 yards on the day. Let's go to New York. James Brown.
Tim and Phil, it's overtime in Oakland with the Jets and Raiders knotted at 13. Trevor Scott of the Raiders sacking Brett Favre. So Oakland now has the ball and a chance to drive for the victory. Let's take it back to Jim Nantz. Phil Simms.
So the Raiders are going to get a chance to handle it now in overtime. Ryan Grant now 33 carries last week, 31 more today, and 105 yards. First 100-yard performance of the season for Grant, or for any Green Bay running back for that matter. Executive producer of the NFL on CBS, Sean McManus. Vice President of Production is Harold Bryant. Coordinating producer of the NFL on CBS, and today's game producer, Lance Barrow. Today's game directed by Mike Arnold. Senior producer of CBS Sports in the NFL Today is Eric Mann. Studio show directed by Bob Mattina. Coordinating producer of CBS Sports is Steve Karasik. The associate directors of today's game, Corey Fishman and Andy Friedman. The broadcast associates are Todd Carrick, Ade Ellis, technical manager Pete Calander, technical director Jonas Einstein, audio supervisor Ed Soltis. Our thanks to Ethan Cooperson with the stats up here. Tom Borstein and the stats department too. Tommy Spencer and all the crew. Let's go to New York and James Brown.
All right, Jim and Phil, we're going to take you out to Oakland where the Jets and Raiders are all tied at 13.